Good evening, world, and welcome to another episode of Bandog Talk with the Dog God, brought to you by Formula One Canines, which is me. Okay. And tonight, like every night, we're going to cook up on a good topic, good subject matter when it comes to these dogs. And let me go ahead and put it on the screen. Let me go ahead and make sure we have it scrolling on the screen here. Our topic of discussion tonight. All right. So that everybody knows and everybody's aware of it. Okay. So tonight, we're going to talk about the spectators, the haters, and the naysayers in the dog game. Okay. Dog man Don, big salute to you, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Got a great cook up this evening, just like every Thursday, man. You know, live in the field type of cook up. All the information I give you guys is in the field. You know what I'm saying? It's not historical as far as what was done yesteryears. It is live. You know what I'm saying? I know you can respect that, Dog Man Don. I know you can respect that. And everybody else who listens to this podcast, they can respect the fact that this is current information that I'm giving you guys every Thursday evening. You know what I'm saying? Here on Bandog Talk with the Dog God. So, like I was saying, Dog Man Don, tonight we're going to talk about the spectators, the haters, and the naysayers in the dog game. You know what I mean? Like, this is real. You know what I mean? In the field of being a dog man or a dog woman, right? You're going to encounter the spectators. You're going to encounter the haters. And you're especially going to encounter the naysayers, people that want to tell you opposite of what you are about. You know what I mean? So tonight I wanted to discuss this. It's a very good topic. It's something that, me as the dog god, I've for sure I've experienced. I'm experiencing it to this day. You know what I'm saying? So past tense and today. The spectators, the haters, and the naysayers. I'm experiencing all that. So, I wanted to just kind of give you guys my experience and also perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? On, these three, I wouldn't say individuals, but groups of people that you will encounter if you're a dog man like myself. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by myself is, for those of you who follow me, you probably understand what I do. But for those who don't follow me, I would consider myself a trailblazer. Excuse me. I would consider myself a trailblazer, a trendsetter in a sense. I'm a creator. And, if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, the dog god, aka the coach, you know what I mean? Follow me on Instagram. You want to get in contact with me. It's easy to hit me up on the DMs on the ground. But if you read my profile on my IG, it says, I am the mastermind and the creator. Okay. When it talks about my title, who I am on the ground, it says artist. When it comes to the dog, that's where my passion is when it comes to dogs. The fact that I can create, you know what I'm saying? I can use my mind, my resources, and cook up genetics. You know what I mean? So, I march to the beat of my own drum. So when you're that type of dog man, and like I said, I don't knock anybody. You know how I operate, y'all. If y'all know the dog guy, y'all know I don't operate in a way where I knock another dog man for doing what he's doing. I don't do that, never have, and never will, because that's that dog man or woman's prerogative to do what she or he wants to do with their dog program. You know what I mean? However, though, we're talking about me and my experiences because that's all I can relate to is me. You know, I came into the dog game to create my own dogs, not to piggyback off of another man or dog man's woman's bloodline and reputation. I came to create my own bloodlines, plural, and my own reputation in the dog game. So when you're in that mentality like me, you're going to experience the spectator haters and the naysayers. You're going to experience this type of energy, especially during, in this age of social media where, that's where everybody's playing at now. That's how we can touch the world through social media. So now you bring in a lot of people who wouldn't normally know who you are or who you were. Now through social media, now they have interaction with you. Now they have contact. Now they know what you're doing because now you're posting yourself, you're posting your program, you're posting your dogs. So, through my journey, I've encountered all three of these individuals, if you want to call it spectators, haters, and naysayers. You know what I'm saying? I've encountered them. But before I get into it, man, I always tell you guys, get comfortable. If you're at work, whatever, keep your headset on, tune in. It's a good listen. It's always a good listen, always some great knowledge. But get comfortable. If you like your herbal sensations, roll you up something if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If got a cocktail like me, I got my vodka lemonade. I keep it simple. The dog he keeps it on that KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I keep everything simple because life is hard. Life is complicated, but if you keep it simple, you can navigate through the complications, if that makes sense. So, I keep it simple. I have my little vodka lemonade. You know what I mean? It kind of, calm my nerves. Not kind of, it does. It calms my nerves for us to have this conversation because, I'm live from the field. I'm coming from the field right here to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Bandog talk with the dog guys. So there's a lot of energy that's on me that if I didn't have the edge breaker like this vodka lemonade, man, that I'm about to sip on, you will be hearing a different type of tone. You know what I mean? So, get your little whatever. You got a little beer, whatever. Whatever. If you natural with it, however you operate, man, just get comfortable because we about to dig into this this subject matter, and it's going to be, it's very informative. That's how I like to put it. That's how I like to give it information. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and take the sip, and we're about to dive in. Okay. Yes, 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 dog man Don. Yes, yes. So okay, so first, before I get into this subject matter, I like to kind of, I like to tell y'all about my day, right? Because every day is always something. When you're 365 days a year, 7 days a week, no days off with the dogs. That's my life, you know, all dogs. It's not easy, okay? But it's always something different every day. It's never the same, even though my routine is the same, but things that happen in my day is never the same, by the way, okay? Never, ever, ever the same. So today, and this is a lesson, you know, you gotta, live and learn. There's a book that I read by I think it's John Maxwell is his name. Hopefully I'm not, you know, making a mistake. I think it's John C. Maxwell. He has a book and it's called Sometime You Win, Sometime You Lose, Learn, right? It's a great book. I will advise anybody who, is hungry to, build their minds, build their brain. You know how you work out in the gym for your physical and you do your weights and you do your cardio and it builds your physical, stature. as a man or a woman. Same thing with your brain, right? That's reading and studying, that builds your brain, right? So anyway, John Maxwell has a book called Sometimes You Win, Lose / Learn. So I try to take losses as a learning, you know, the flip side of the L, right? Take that L, flip it on the other side, that's a learn. At least that's what I try to take it for myself. So tonight or today, I took an L today, man. And when you're a dog man of my caliber, what I mean by caliber, just experience, right? And the level of dogs that you're having experience with. I deal with high performance dogs. Y'all know that. I'm the Formula One of this stuff, right? That's me. I'm Formula One level. That's the highest level of performance is Formula One. That's me. So when you deal with dogs of this caliber of genetics, okay, you experience all kind of things that you've, maybe experienced in the past, obviously, but you learn new things from these dogs that you're interacting with, that you create, that I've created. So if y'all go back on my YouTube channel, and even those who follow me on IG, I posted something a few months back. Maybe it was probably a month ago, month and some change, probably, right? With my boy Red Tiger, right? And I had him in a pack. And Red Tiger I would consider him a band dog, but I'm actually going to put him more into because y'all, I create my own dogs. Y'all know that. So I'm going to put him more into my Formula One Bulldog category, even though, I could consider him a band dog. But anyway, long story short, right? Y'all remember the situation with Red Tiger? He was in a pack. He had a situation with the pack. They jumped him, did some serious damage to him. I got him out of there, rehabilitated him. He's good. Red Tiger's, he's back. He's great. You know what I'm saying? He's healthy, strong. He's good. So what I did, right? This is what I did. I'm teaching my puppies early on. We've talked about pack dynamics in previous episodes. So I've been teaching my puppies since they were born how to interact in a pack and how to reconcile if they have differences and et cetera, right? I've always told you guys this is an experiment because, I want my dogs to be multifaceted. I'm not looking for dogs to want to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute Soul Power. Thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for showing up, family. Hey, I know I DM'd you. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you want me on or whatever, you want to, interview me or whatever, you want me I'm available to you, man. So whenever you're ready, I'm available. You feel me? So salute Soul Power. So, with the dogs that I'm creating, right? I don't want them to necessarily have dog aggression or aggression in any way, sort, or fashion without a reason. Okay. Me personally, this is me and my program. I can only speak from my perspective. I'm in the field live. I'm cooking up dogs. I'm shaping their minds as puppies. So I'm automatically dictating what's okay and what's not with my puppies, early bird. So I have pretty much the dogs that I kept out of my different productions. I put them all together in a pack, okay, early. And so, with puppies, they're learning themselves. You feel what I'm talking about? They're learning themselves in the process. Hey, yeah. Hey, Soul Power. No, salute to you. But hey, tonight, this is this is me. I have to give y'all the perspective of, when it comes to spectators, haters, and naysayers. You feel what I'm saying? So, any other subject matter will be, I would definitely bring you up. But tonight, this one's personal. You know what I mean? This one's right here. I can only give you my perspective. I want y'all to get it directly from me, man. So, no disrespect, Soul Power. Real talk, no disrespect, man. So anyway, so I have a pack, you know, and I put all my keepers, and I've had multiple litters that I did that I wanted productions from. So all my keepers I put in this one pack because they're probably give or take 2 to 3 weeks to the 1 week off each other. So they're damn near the same age, give or take a week or two. Okay. So I put all my keepers together. Red Tiger's one of them. My AR-15 Bandogs are one of them. My performance bullies are one of them as well, right? My performance pit bullies, because I did a pit with a bully too, are one of them as well. So I put them all together in a pack. Now, I've been shaping them since birth, right? Letting them know what's okay, what's not okay, you know, shaping their minds to comprehend, you know, what I expect, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to shape their minds. Not only if we're dealing with, performance dogs, we shape their conditioning, their physical, we got to shape their minds too. So I've been doing this since they've been born. So I had that situation with Red Tiger Jr., where he was a part of that pack and he was good for the whole month and everything was good. And then a situation happened where they tried to kill my boy. And I had to get him out of there. Boom. So I had another dog in there as well, a female keeper of mine, and she's a part of my performance bully line of dogs, which is just how I would describe my performance bully is, I always say it's an NFL type linebacker type bill with pit bull type performance, but they're bulky like an NFL middle linebacker. That's my performance bully line of dogs. That's my vision. That's my play with the performance bully, right? So she genetically can interact with my pit bully, my 50-50 pit bully, right? My pit bully line, which is Cowboy and my bitch Tiny. And then also on my AR-15 band dogs, which, they do it all. They all purpose. They do man drive, prey drive. They do it all. So anyway, today, man, my normal day, taking care of the dogs. I go out there. I'm taking care of the puppies. I'm going into I keep them all together, my keepers, right? I go into their little 12 by 12 kennel space, and we're, our routine. I got a routine. They know the routine. I'm there. We're going to clean. I'm going to feed. Boom. Everybody got their feeding regiment. I don't allow fighting with the food, so I'm always refereeing. So everybody got their routine. They're hip to it. Right now they're 5 months. They're hip to the game. They know it because it's routine. That's how they learn. So anyway, my girl, everything's good. Anyway, even my bully, everything's good, right? I've noticed the energy shift when it comes to her and them. What I mean by that is I noticed that she is, she kind of is moving away from their energy in a sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like I see her kind of being a loner in a sense, where before, she interacted with them. I seen the energy space of her being a loner. And then also a couple of days ago, she checked one of the band dog bitches. I mean, my performance bully, but she checked her, like, she was on her. I had to correct her, like, no, like, no, y'all ain't gonna play that. You know what I mean? Y'all not doing that, especially if I'm here. Y'all ain't doing that. So I corrected her, and that was it. That was it for the energy. The energy stopped. It was done. So today I, go through my routine and everything's good. Energy's good. Everything's good. Like I said, the dogs rustle and tussle. It is what it is, what dogs do. But everything's good. So I get done taking care of them. I go, down to the bigger dogs, take care of them, and I hear a commotion. I'm like, okay. I hear the big dogs next to them interacting, because the big dogs hate it when them puppies be acting crazy. At least my dogs don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So they be checking them over there, like, y'all better calm the fuck down type of energy space. That's the energy that they give. So I hear it. I'm like, oh man, they over there, doing their thing. The puppies is doing their thing. But normally, like I said, I've taught reconciliation. I've taught all that stuff. But 10 minutes go by. I'm still kind of hearing the big dogs going crazy. I'm like, come on, y'all gotta reconcile now. I'm way away from where they are because how I'm positioned on the hill, right? Because I live on a hill. So I'm a ways away from them, but I can hear it. And I hear the big dogs. I'm like, so probably about 20 minutes in, y'all, I hear like a high pitched, squeal, the squealing now. So I'm like, oh man. So I had to stop what I was doing, get on my ATV, go up to the where they're at, right? Because now I'm hearing the squealing part. So I go up there and I look over there. As soon as I come up, they already know because I've been dealing with my dogs. As soon as I come up, everything breaks. Everything breaks. It's like when the police come, everybody run, right? Like real talk. I come up, they hear me come up. As soon as I come to their area, they break. Boom, they break. And I see my bitch on the ground, right? Like she's on the ground. I'm like, oh my God. I go in and of course, instantly discipline, 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 discipline. Everybody getting disciplined because I already know what time it is. When my girl on the ground, I know what time it is, right? Y'all jumped her. Y'all did exactly what y'all did to Red Tiger. Okay. But this time, okay, instead of it being 10 minutes for Red Tiger, right? It was 20 minutes because of what I was doing. And I know normally they tussle, they break up. You know what I mean? Like they have their dynamic and I've taught them it. So I know that they get it. But this time it lasted too long and I heard the squealing. Then I get up there and they break, discipline. And then my girl who's on the ground, right? She sees me disciplining. And then she gets up, right? She gets up and move around, right? Or runs away thinking I'm gonna get her. And then she lays back down. But anyway, I get her, take her out, you know what I mean? And she's like exhausted. She's exhausted. She's limp in my hand. She's alive, but she's limp, exhausted, right? So think 20 minutes of being attacked by, let's see, 5 of them. Okay. 5 dogs attacking one. So I get her and I'm already like, I'm just pissed. My energy's all off. I'm pissed. I clean her up, you know what I'm saying? Get her all cleaned up. I see the damage. I assess the damage. They did her dirty. They did my girl dirty over there, man. Like, and like I said, I can only give y'all real because that's how I operate. You know what I'm saying? I operate real in the field experiences as a dog man. I don't want to fabricate nothing. I don't want to just tell you what's good and what sounds good. I want to tell you all of it. Because if you a real dog man or you an aspiring dog man or dog woman, you need to know these things. Because you're going to experience that, especially when you're dealing with the type of dogs I produce. I don't produce regular dogs. I don't. I produce Formula One level type dogs. You know what I mean? Like I'm good at cooking up genetics. However, it's like your kids, right? You have kids, let's say you got good genes and you got kids, they got a mind of their own, right? These dogs have a mind of their own, even though you cooked up these genetics, even though their temperament is good around you, but around, around their peers is something else. Same thing with your children. Around their friends, they act differently than how they act around you, right? So, I clean her up, y'all. I clean her up and I do what I got to do. And she's breathing, she's alive, but she's like exhausted. She's like limp biscuit, real talk. Like she's limp, but she's alive, right? And so like I said, I assess the damage and it's surface type damage, but they got her good. You know what I mean? Like ear, man, they fucked her ears up. They got her and they like how they got Red Tiger, they got him in the arms, because they trying to, whatever they was doing, they did it. And so I put her in, I cleaned her up, got her all good. I put her, in a space where it's clean and set her down there because I was going to, come back to her, give her some antibiotics and stuff like that too. You know what I mean? To kind of bounce her back or whatever. It's like, oh, well, maybe she's exhausted. So I finished what I had to do. Probably about an hour later, I come back up, where I got her. And of course, she dead, man. They killed her. You know what I mean? Like they killed that bitch. That bitch is dead. So I'm like, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? Like you guys are. But just think about this. I'm just gonna give y'all a real perspective here. Okay. When I came up there, they looked at me like, what did I do? Like, that's how my dogs looked at me. When they saw me come up, they broke. Then when I came in, they knew I was going to discipline them. They looked at me like, what did I do wrong? That's how they really looked at me. They looked at me like they didn't do nothing wrong. That's how, like, when you understand the psyches of these dogs, in their mind, they didn't do anything wrong, right? Because they was really looking at me like how, when it's time for you to discipline your child, and he's looking at you like, Daddy, what did I do? That's how my puppies was looking at me when they got disciplined. You know what I mean? And then when I came up, they was all in a little dog house. They didn't even come out because they knew, oh shit, are we gonna get whooped again? They knew they messed up. But at the same time, in their mind, they didn't really comprehend what they did. They knew the energy that I projected toward them I didn't like, because they know who the master is, they know who the alpha is, they know who their daddy is. But comprehension as a dog, that's what dogs do. Especially dogs that I create. That's what they do. You know what I mean? So anyway, one of my picks got exiled and eliminated from the pack. Today. So I had to just suck that up. You know what I mean? Because I'm learning my dogs as they mature. I'm learning them. They're teaching me who they are. Right? And so when I create a performance dog, I'm not trying to create a dog that wants to fight other dogs. I'm not a dog fighter. So that's not my intention. However, when we're talking band dogs, like the AR-15 band dog per se, or the ringleader, the one I know who is the ringleader in that pack. It's not the band dog. It's a pit bull cross with a bully that I created. Cowboy times Tiny. Okay. For those of you who follow me and know, I've talked about Cowboy. Okay. Tiny is my own. She's a product of my own pit bull recipe. My pit bulls. Okay. I crossed them together to create, something even more so than even the parents. And then with this bitch that I decided to keep, who is beautiful. The bitch is beautiful, man. She is a pretty bitch, sexy bitch, man. Everything's like structure, angulation, beautiful color, pretty eyes, teeth, height. Everything on that bitch is top tier. Real talk. Intelligence. But that predator, that prey predator type of energy, that bitch is on another level. She's on another level. Even so much so that the other dogs, which are on another level too, and they're all related, that I'm keeping, my keepers from the AR-15 band dogs, okay, they try to jump her, but her energy is so, she's so like with it, right? She's so with that type of action because she gives it that, she ain't fazed by when they try to jump her. Like that's who she is to the pack. She gives it, they give it back. You know what I'm saying? But she give it to all of them and they all give it to her type of energy, right? But she's always, so anyway, she's the one that set it off. And then because she's the pack leader in a sense, then they all jump my bitch and killed her. So I had to deal with that today, y'all. I had to deal with that today, man. A valuable dog of mine, another one. I saved Red Tiger. God is good. God is good. I say Red Tiger because there's no replacing him. He was the only one that I got out of that production. So I couldn't even replace him if he died. but I have some siblings off of her genetics that I can replace her with. You see what I'm saying? So God spared me with Red Tiger, but I took a major L with losing this bitch today. So, I like to let y'all know in the field type of stuff, but that's, besides the topic today, but I took an L today, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I learned something about my pack. You know, I learned something about my pack, man, is that the DNA I put in them AR-15 band dogs, I kind of figured that the Cowboy times Tiny would be on a level, but I didn't know what the level it would be. However, the AR-15 band dogs, because I've bred that litter. This is the second time I've produced that level of dog. It's the second breeding I did with the parents. The other ones I sold already. I didn't even get a piece. I sold them. One of my clients, I might have mentioned this before in previous episodes, one of my clients who has one from the first breeding, has a male. He named him Red Rum. He's a killer. He's a killer. Okay. And this is information that I get from my client who is a dog man, has game pit bulls, like real game associated with those old school bloodline type game dogs. Like he's into dogs. He's got mastiff band. Like he's a dog man like me. He's got multiple different type of dog, game dogs. He's been in the dog game for 20 plus. Like he's really with the shit with dogs. Okay. Bought one of those AR-15 band dogs because he wanted one. Okay. He's a dog enthusiast in a sense, but he's a dog man. Okay. Malinois he got, you know what I'm saying? He like me. He got a wide palette of dogs, performance dogs. That's what he do. The dog that I sold him, who's a little bit over a year now, a little bit over a year old now, he named him Red Rum. That's what he named that dog. Okay. That dog, okay, had three episodes that he told me about because, we keep in contact, him and I. The first episode was the game dog that he had. I would say had because we're going to talk that story later on, but I'm going to close out with that at the end. But anyway, he had a situation where that band dog as a puppy, right? Maybe 8, 9 months. I don't even know. I know it was still a puppy. It wasn't a year yet. Him and his game dog, full grown, was in the shits. They was in a fight. And luckily, my client was there to, break it up. But the damage that puppy band dog did to that game dog was enough for my client to let me know at the same time, like, yo, I had to save my game dog's life from that band dog that you sold me. That's a puppy. Okay. Saved it. Fast forward a couple months later, he hits me up and he tells me that band dog, AR-15 band dog that you sold me, killed my Malinois. I come home, the Malinois is dead. Not only is it dead, but that band dog you sold me was eating it. All the insides, all of it was gone. Then when I buried that Malinois, I buried it. I come back to find that head of that Malinois at my doorstep with nothing on it, though. Nothing on it. No skin, no nothing on it. It's just a skeleton of the head. The dog buried, found the grave, dug it up, brought it, whatever, brought the head back, and it was pretty much eating it still. Okay. These are the AR-15 band dogs that I created, right? Which has prey drive and man drive. Maximum now, prey and man drive. This is from my client who bought the first productions off it. Okay. Then the third incident, that same game dog with those high prestige bloodlines. Okay. A situation happened where his partner was dealing, had a dog over there in his yard, and he whatever, took his dog out, but then he didn't secure, where, Red Rum and the other dogs were. For some reason, how Red Rum got out, found a way to get to that game dog. Because one thing about dogs, I've told y'all this before, dogs don't forget. When they got funk, it's funk damn near forever with dogs. Real talk. They don't forget. So anyway, Red Rum gets out of his enclosure, finds the game dog, gets into the game dogs, and then boom, my client comes back from work, wonders why Red Rum's thing is open, sees his game dog dead. Red Rum, blood all over him, but Red Rum killed the game dog. So this is what I'm learning from what I'm producing from something from the first litter, the first that I didn't even get to keep. I didn't get, that shit sold out. I didn't even get to keep a piece. He got it. And that dog is killing shit, been killing stuff. Dog is not even 2 years old, been killing shit. Now I have the puppies I'm keeping. These are my keepers I'm keeping together. Now I'm experiencing what he's experiencing now. That's why I say sometimes you win, lose, /learn. This loss is a lesson for me to see what type of damn dogs I got. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You guys, like, I'm experiencing it myself with puppies. These dogs ain't even 6 months. They're not even 6 months. And they over there killing shit. Killing shit. I'm like, why y'all, why y'all kill this? Y'all a pack. Why you gonna kill the dog? I mean, but that's in them. I'm learning. So anyway, I just want to let y'all into my day. You know how I always start off. I'll let y'all into my day. Let me take this sip of this vodka lemonade and we about to get into the subject matter. So yeah, I took an L today, y'all. Oh man. But it's like, even though I discipline everybody, I can't get mad because I put it in them. Right? I can't even be sad, even though, it's like losing a child, right? For me. But because I've been dealing with these dogs for so long, these type of dogs, these ain't regular dogs. This type of stuff happens when you have these type of dogs. And you're trying to teach them how to get them. It's almost like running a prison yard where you got all kind of convicts and you're trying to keep their politics under control. That's what I'm learning about dealing with performance level dogs, y'all. I'm keeping politics under control, right? I'm learning dog politics while learning how to keep it under control, okay, in the process. So anyway, let me take this sip, man, and we about to dig in, man. So, I could cry a river, man, but I'm damn near used to the L's. I'm damn near callous emotionally from the L's because I've done experienced so many L's and losses /learns. I've done experienced so many of those over my years of dealing with performance dogs that I've become, I feel it, but it's not how it used to hit me in the beginning when I was new to dealing with, dogs with high drive. And, being so attached to them and then things happen is, how we feel. I'll be crying. I'll be hurt, be upset for like a month or two. I gotta ask my wife for forgiveness because I know I'm projecting the energy on my wife. Like that's used to how it used to affect me that way. Real talk. Now, because I'm, when it's like a soldier, you be in the battlefield, seen your comrades die so many times, you understand it. You get it. You can say a prayer for your comrade who fallen and respect what happened. And let your emotions don't let your emotions overwhelm you. You got to get back in the fight. That's where I'm at now with these performance dogs. It's like, that's who y'all are. Yeah, I don't want y'all to do it, but that's who you guys are. So, if that's what you guys are, I can prevent it as much as possible. You teach me how to prevent it even more so by things happening. Boom. You know what I mean? I'll try my best to keep that from happening, who you guys are. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me take this sip and let's get into the content. Why wait Kennels, man? Salute. Salute. You know what I'm saying? We about to cook up. You see on the ticker right there today. The spectators, the haters, and the naysayers. So as I dive in, right? And like I always tell y'all, I'm giving y'all my perspective. That's why I do this Bandog talk, right? On IG, my DMs is flooded with people always asking me questions and this and that and that and the third, which is, when you open yourself to the public, you're going to get that. So I do this Bandog talk to let y'all get into the mind of the dog guy, right? Based off my experiences of dealing with my dogs, my experiences dealing with the public, etc. So when I decided to get on social media, right, I didn't know what to expect because I'm not that individual. I never had a Facebook for myself. I never had an IG and still don't necessarily have it for myself. You see the dog-eyed IG, but it's for the dogs. You don't see the dog eye. You don't see me. You might see me on my profile pic. You don't see me in the videos. Remember Suge, like, hey, you want to be an artist, you don't want to have your CEO all in the videos. Remember how Suge was like? That's how I am with the dogs. Okay. It's not about me, it's about the dogs. Okay. So when I got on social media, I didn't know what to expect because I'm not in tune with social media. I never was that type. I'm not that type that want to be out there and rah, 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 look at me. Never been my energy and never will be. It's just not me as a man. But I know for the dogs, I got to promote the dogs. So in that, getting into the social media, I had to describe who I was and what my vision was as a dog man. So me doing me and the dogs and not doing anybody else, I didn't know what was going to come as I build my brand as a dog god and as Formula One. I didn't know what was to come because I'm not, used to just being exposed to everybody. I'm selective on who I deal with, and I do that purposely. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how I operate. I like my circle close, and I like a tight-knit, group of people that I trust. I don't like anybody in my circle, but when you open yourself up to the public, you got the public. So as I'm, campaigning my dogs, I'm learning social media, I'm gaining a level of following because that's what happens, right? And, you have people who like what you do, like the dogs, like what you represent. Then you have the people that just, spectate, which is, they just looking and they happen to come across your information or your profile, your dogs, whatever. Right. Then of course, we have the haters, right? Who, regardless of what you campaigning, they gonna hate it. And then you had the naysayers, they want to tell you what you shouldn't be doing, what you ain't doing, what you don't have, right? So through my journey, I've experienced all three of these types of people, thanks to social media. Okay. Now, as I would say, my popularity grew, okay, the more spectators grew, the more haters grew, the more naysayers grew. And in the beginning of my journey, as I was growing and I was experiencing the feedback of these individuals, whether it be in my DMs, whether it be in my comments section, I was taking that energy personal because I'm not used to it. Remember, I'm a private individual on purpose because I don't like people who don't know me commenting on me. personally. But being that I'm the representative of the dogs, they're commenting on my dogs, which represent me because my dogs can't speak. I'm their representative. I'm their agent. I'm their promoter. I'm the Don King of the dogs. So now I have to represent the dogs. Now I have to speak upon, speak for the dogs in a sense. So in the beginning of this journey and on social media and letting the world know who I am as the dog man and the dogs, I was taking a lot of it to heart. Right? I was getting Whitney Houston. What I mean by Whitney Houston, I mean I was getting emotional. You know how Whitney Houston got that song, R.I.P. Whitney Houston. She got that song, I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. When I was dealing with these spectators, haters, and naysayers, I was getting emotional in my feelings because I don't invite that energy in. And when you coming at my dogs, you coming at me. So I would, comment in I wouldn't comment emotionally, but it would be fueled by emotion because I'm very, I'm a tactician when I deal with life, and I'm a tactician when I deal with people. So I don't hit them with the same energy that they hit me with. I try to hit them with something else that, you know what I mean, that diffuses their energy with some common sense play. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, at the end of it, I was Whitney Houston. I was emotional about it because, like, who is you? You don't know me. You don't know my dogs. But I'm a virgin to social media at that time, so I had to grow accustomed to this reality. When you become, or when you are a pioneer or something, or when you represent yourself and you're original, right? You're an artist. I'm learning that, they're going to come after you because you're not following what everybody else doing. You're not part of the in crowd. You're your own crowd. But at the same time, you making noise over there. So, they're going to come over there just to go in there and try to, take the wind from, beneath your wings. They trying to knock you out. But I didn't comprehend this in the beginning, y'all. So as the years went on and as the followers increased, so did the haters and the naysayers. The spectators are always going to be there, y'all. So I don't mind them because they're there. You know what I'm saying? It is, when you're out in the public, you're going to deal with people who want to spectate what you're doing, right? It's like people who watch your game, right? There's people who watch your games that like what you're doing, or the people that watch your game to see you lose. So the spectators are always going to be there. Okay. And I had to grow accustomed to that reality because I was exposing myself to the world. So I was like, okay, spectators going to be there. They're going to say what they're going to say. Don't be emotional. This is what I had to coach myself on. Don't be emotional about it because they're going to be there regardless. They're there to watch you either win or lose. They're there. Now, the haters, right? The haters, I understand haters, minus the dog game. As a man, I understand haters. Me as a man, I navigate in this world neutral. And I could be around the hater and a spectator, and they won't even, they won't necessarily show their hand because of my neutral energy. They know I have power, but I keep it on neutral on purpose because I don't want to overshine you, because I know that brings envy and jealousy, even though I already do. But my humility keeps me in the neutral zone, right? So I know how to navigate with them. However, being I'm a dog promoter and I'm promoting my dogs in the best light, they're shining, right? Because that's my job as a promoter. I needed my dogs to shine. That's my job. So I'm putting them in a way, in a perspective to the world, to have them flexing, to have them campaigning in a positive, in a flamboyant way. So then now the haters come. Now I'm introduced to the haters. Oh, you think you that your dogs ain't this, that dog is a piece of, all that type of stuff. And because I've dealt with that energy early bird, right, earlier on in my social media career, you know, I handle the haters the same way I handle the spectators. Okay. And then also mentally in my own mind state, I had to tell myself, right? Like the reason why they hating is because they watching you grow. A lot of those haters are spectators. And I had to find this out, right? By clicking on profiles who want to hate. And notice that they are my followers. Like, these niggas are my followers. Right? So I had to comprehend, right? I had to comprehend that these haters are spectators. They're the ones who's following you. They watching you. They're watching your games because they like something about it or they're envious enough to want to see you lose. So I had to accept that. You understand what I'm saying, you guys? Like I had to accept that they're there. Now, they don't know me because I'm not campaigning me. They know the dogs, though. And I know how I promote my dogs. I know I promote them in a very flamboyant way. Right? And what I mean by that is if I have performance dogs, I'm not showing them sloppy Joe. Right? Like wintertime, us dog men, we know this. If you're not a dog man, you don't know this. But if you're a dog man, you know this. In the wintertime is not necessarily the best time to show your dogs, especially if you got outdoor dogs. Because, it's cold and, even though you put them in situations where, my dogs live outside. I have dogs. Okay? They can handle the elements. Because a dog lives outside, they're not going to be on their best conditioning shape because, they're trying to keep warm. So they're not going to be at their best unless you got them in the house, you pampering them and whatever you're doing to keep them at their best. But they're not going to be at their best conditioning wise. So me being a promoter, right? When I call it spring training, spring hit, right? End of March, February, starts to warm up. We get in spring training. Now now they pick up the weight that they're supposed to pick up. Now we get out there in the yard, start working. Boom. Then I have my photos and videos all lined up. My dogs is looking top tier because they in spring training, everything is all good. So when I promote my dogs, they're at their best. They're at their best. The haters see it. They see my campaign, right? Original campaign. Oh, he's talking about his own dog. Oh, his dog is this. There ain't no such thing as that. Oh, you ain't, what I mean? Like they get on that hype because now they see through the dogs what I'm promoting. Not only do they see the dogs, but they see the momentum of it, and that makes them hate even more. So I had to come to that reality emotionally to say, you know what? Because you are campaigning so hard, because your dogs are in a light that shows exactly what you represent as Formula One canines, of course, the spectators who are now haters are going to hate. Of course, they're going to have something negative to say. Of course, they're going to be in your comments when you got 7,000 likes, you got 100, 200, 300,000 views. Of course, when they see 300, 400 comments, of course, they're going to be in your comment section hating. Like, this is what I had to learn being new to social media because I don't be on social media for myself. But for the dogs, I've been campaigning them since 2018. So then you meet, right? So we already know who the spectators are, right? I know it's people who just watching you, whether they be fans or whether they be whatever. They spectating. And that's because you're in the public is a given. Then those spectators become haters because then they see your growth and they're like, damn it, man. You know what I mean? Whatever. They become envious. Maybe they see you like, oh, he got some dope dogs, but I'm ahead of him. Oh, he ain't got as many followers as me or subscribers. but he got some dope dogs. So, I'm going to follow him and see what he got going on. I like what he be talking about, but, he ain't a threat. Then you start to pass him. Then those spectators become haters. Okay. So boom, now, spectator to hater, I'm understanding all the dynamics of the groups of people. Then that naysayers come, and this is for us pioneers. Whoever, if you're a pioneer or something, you're going to experience the naysayers. Okay. The naysayers are the ones that's going to tell you what you're doing is not what it is. Those are the naysayers. Now, me being who I am as the dog guy, me stating exactly what I do with my dogs, as far as what I am, I'm the mastermind and the creator of the best high performance band dogs, bulldogs, XL pit bulls, double XL pit bulls, XL bullies, double XL bullies, performance. Understand what I said. Performance, though. High performance. I put that on there. I emphasize the high, not just performance, but high performance. I'm the best. I'm the mastermind and the creator. So when you come in campaigning like me, creating your own line of dogs. I'm not piggybacking off of no dog man or woman. I'm not piggybacking off of nobody's bloodline. Even when I got my foundation Bandog recipe from Buff Dogs. Y'all know who, some of y'all might know who Buff Dogs is. Okay. If y'all know who Bandogs back in the 90s and early 2000s. Okay. Even though I got my foundation genetics, Bandog genetics from them, I still remember my conversation with Jackie, who dealt with all the business side of their program. Joe is the husband. He dealt with all the breeding. Jackie, the wife, she dealt with the business, selling the dogs, dealing with the clientele. That was their deal. I still remember talking to Jackie, telling her my vision for my program with the genetics that I bought. And she said exactly what I was going to do. She said, now that you have these genetics, you can do what you need to do with those genetics and create your own line of band dogs. That's what she told me based off of what I was telling her. Right? So when I came into the band dog world and I'm posting genetics or studs that I was using, right, y'all, for my band dog program, I had to give credit where credit was due, right? Which would say, hey, if I'm using a Buff Dog stud named Red Bull and everybody knows that stud is Red Bull from Buff Dogs, I'm not going to credit it as mine. It's not mine. However, the production afterwards is mine, right? Which, the AR-15 band dog, the AK-74 band dog. It's not Buff Dog band dogs now. It's Formula One canine band dogs, right? So even though I have their foundation, I created my own. Okay. I didn't use them to catapult my sales. I didn't need to because I created my own. I created my own. So when you do things like I have done, you're going to experience the naysayer. Okay. And I'm going to give you the biggest one, y'all. I'm going to give y'all the biggest one. Let me take this last little sip of this vodka lemonade, man. Hey, salute to all y'all. Salute to all y'all that came out, man. Wide Awake Kennels, big salute. Soul Power, aka Gamed Up, big salute. Dog Man Don, big salute. And all the ones that's going to watch after this live ends, man. Salute to all y'all, man, because, man, y'all know the dog guy give y'all that in the field, live in the field player coach information. I give it to you real and raw and uncut. So hopefully y'all really, really, really able to eat off of this, man. But let me take this sip before I dig into this. So now there is a dog of mine. Hey, and Soul Power, if you still on, you might not be on, man. But anyway, if you still on, man, you probably can you probably can relate to the energy that I'm getting. You can probably relate because I know you dealing with those type of dogs. So there's a dog that I have that is on his campaign of legend. He is on his campaign of being a legend. And I will, as his promoter, make sure that he fulfills his legacy of becoming a legend. There is a dog that I actually purchased. His name is the one and only Double XL Pit Bull. And I said it correctly. Double XL Pit Bull, freak of nature, AK-47 Chopper, AKA the Bone Crusher. Okay. This particular dog that I purchased from the UK, okay, has caused so much of an uproar. Hey, Soul Power. This dog has caused so much of an uproar in the pit bull community. And I don't even campaign him as a pit bull. I campaign him as a double XL pit bull freaking nature. Two different dogs. He has caused such an uproar in the game of bulldogs that it's just unreal. It's unreal. Like, it's amazing to me as his promoter to see me first, right? Having a vision, right? Y'all, I had a vision of a larger catch dog I wanted to create. Pit bull, because I got standards already. I wanted me, because I'm an artist, wanted to create a larger version of that. Phenotype matching, genotype matching, ability matching, but bigger, stronger, and faster. That was my vision. Formula One, that's me. You know what I mean? When you were Formula, think about Formula One racing, y'all, and what they do every year. Every year, the cars get better and better and better and better, faster and faster, more technology. Drivers get better and better every year. So that's how I think of dogs. Me, performance dogs. I want my dogs to get better and better, bigger, stronger, faster, bigger, stronger, faster, right? So I had the vision. Started with the vision. I was able to, find someone that had a piece genetically that I didn't have that I wanted. Okay, because that's how you build. You buy genetics. I found it. Couldn't believe I found it, but I actually found it. I was like, wow, I love what you have over there. I would love to have that in my program. And so I bought it. I bought the genetics. I didn't even know what the dog would be, y'all. AK, right? But I bought the genetics because that's who I am. I buy characteristics, performance characteristics. I buy dogs based off of their performance, not paperwork. I don't buy pedigrees. No, I buy dogs, genetic characteristics. I see the parents. I'm like, I like that. I like him. I like his genetic characteristics. I like her genetic characteristics. Both of them together should make me something that blends them. I want that. That's how I see dogs. So anyway, I see what I want. I talk to the breeder. Okay. I tell him as a breeder what I want. Hey man, let me tell you first and foremost what I'm looking for, because so you can help me, because you know the dogs, you have those dogs. I need you to understand what I want from you. Okay. I'm trying to make a bigger catch dog. Me. Okay. I already have hog dogs already genetically. Okay. Prey drive maxed out, ability maxed out, toughness maxed out. I have that. I already have it. Been working on that since 2005. Now this is 2000 and when did I buy AK, man? Shit. He's 3 years old. So it's 2024. So let's say 2020 during the pandemic, I got his ass. No, you can imagine that. But anyway, I said, look, I need size based off of the parents that I see. Okay. I see size in the genetics based on what I see. Can I get size? Because I want something bigger. He said, yeah. The line on the mama side, the dogs are, 24 inches tall, 22 to 24 inches tall on the mama side. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Cool, right? I'm getting size off that. He told me that genetic through that, through grandparents and did it. All right, great. Drive. I need drive. I already got prey drive. I need drive to match the drive I already got. Well, on the daddy side, it's this blood, that blood, and the drive is there. And I've already seen, I've seen the videos of the dad of AK. Drive through the roof, right? Okay. Now, I'm not necessarily looking forward to have prey drive because I already have dogs that have maximum prey drive. So I'm not necessarily looking for that because I already have it, but I'm just looking for any level of drive, any level of desire to go and go after whatever it is, whether it be a flirt pole, whether it be a rabbit, whether it be, whatever. I would just want to see drive in the dog. I saw that in the father, right? Not only that, I saw the phenotype that I wanted in both parents, both. So I was like, I want it. Straight up, y'all. I want that. I said, I want first pick. He's like, well, man, first pick's already, locked and loaded. Because at first I wanted a female. He said, oh, first pick, all I have is, what do you say, fourth pick female. He said he had fourth pick female and he had last pick female. So, and then like when he announced that breeding, I hit him up the same fucking day. And it was already damn near sold out. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want no fourth pick female. I didn't want last pick female. So I said, what you got on the male side, right? He said, I have second pick male. I said, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Because, I want to pick my dogs because I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooking. I know my recipes. I need it. Genetics. So, man, give me second pick. Lock me in. What it take? Oh, send me a deposit of whatever I've done. Send them that deposit that day. That's how serious I was because I wanted to cook up my own bulldog, my own performance bulldog, not nobody else's bloodline. I wanted my own because that's what I do. I'm an artist with this shit, y'all. I'm serious about this dog game. I don't play with this stuff. Okay, I put my money where my mouth is because I know what it is with genetics, right? So y'all, check this out. I put up for second pick. Boom. It's time for me to pick, y'all. And I have like 3 dogs to choose from. Okay, out of the males. I have a big black male, I have AK, and I have another male, right? To choose from. And so because I wanted a larger catch dog, I was like, look, man, that black male, he's dope. He's all black too. Black, one thing about these colors, how it is with colors, colors kind of give you some extra credit with the dogs because people like colors and stuff. I don't care about color. I care about performance. I don't care what color that dog is. So he was trying to push me toward that big black male. I was like, hey, his name is Simon too. Salute to Simon, man. I said, Simon, stack them dogs for me. The 2 biggest ones. Stack them. So he did. He stacked the black one, stacked the AK. The other one, he wasn't big enough. So I had 2 dogs, a black and AK. Now, AK, they both was the same length, right? And the black one was a little thicker in the body, right? But AK was tall, a little bit taller. He was just a tad bit, just a tad bit taller, not too much, a tad bit taller. And then he had he almost had like, well, I'm gonna say almost, he did. He had like almost an extreme front. What I mean by extreme front, he had that little in his shoulders, he had a little bit of bow in his stance. You know what I'm saying? Which, I like that. I like aggressive fronts. But at the same time, he was taller just by a tad bit. And I remember asking him about the height. And so when I saw that, I was like, man, let me get that buckskin one right there. And then he even asked me, he's like, are you sure? Because the black ones is popular. Like the black ones is what everybody wants. And which he was still telling the truth, though. He was telling the truth. He wasn't wolfing me. He was giving me an opportunity. He was just telling me based off his experience, people want them black dogs. I said, I don't care about color. That's why I told my man Simon, I can care less about the color of the dog. I need that phenotype that I see with him. I need that. I need that in my program, y'all. So I get this dog, boom, I pick my dog out. It happens to be AK, right? Okay. Now, overseas, because I got him from the UK, right? And this is for those of you naysayers and spectators and haters. In the UK, you know how they get their bulldogs over there in the UK? Because in the UK, pit bulls are illegal in the UK. But they found a loophole to get their pit bulls over there to the UK. They get their pit bulls over there. They have the people who they buy them from in the US register them as ABKC bullies. And one thing about ABKC, they'll take your pit bull registry and, register your pit bulls as bullies because it's all money at the end of the day. So anyway, Simon told me how he gets his pit bulls over there because, he a real big time dog man. Lions Lair Kennels, look them up if y'all want to. Lions Lair Kennels on IG. Big time dog man in the UK. Huge, big time. Okay. Big time dog man in the UK. So I trusted him and what he was telling me because he's big time. He's not no little dog man. He's big time. So he's like, look, coach, this is how I get my dogs over here, man. We every dog we get from any breeder, whether it be a game dog, whether it be this type of dog, that dog, we get them to register them as bullies, and then they can send them to the UK because UK, them boys over there got money. So they buying. So that's how they was doing it, right? Because then they pit bulls because it's illegal. So he's like, look, man, with these dogs, okay, I got regular pit bulls, I got this pit bull, I got these bullies, I got that bullies, but for this type of dog, okay, for us to even have them here, we got to register everything as a bully. So I'm like, I don't care. I don't care how they register. I just want the dog so I can create it. You know what I'm saying? So he got two pit bulls from breeders who registered their dogs as pit bulls. Okay, I know the breeders. He registered them as bullies to get them over there, right, to the UK. He bred them and cooked them up how he cooked them up. I get an AK, bring them back over to the States, right? So I get them at 4 months, y'all. I get AK at 4 months. 4 months old. And when I get this dog, he looked like a hound dog, man. So when he looked like a hound dog, like, oh, yeah, this is what I remember, because I come from that game. The game dog type dogs. I come from that. So when I saw him, he looked like a rangy, floppy ear, hound dog looking game dog. That's what it looked like. Buckskin, classic buckskin too. That classic. Almond eyes, that almond shaped eyes, them slanted them, their Chinese eyes. He had the Chinese eye, he had the mascara. I had the golden eyes. He was as long and rangy like a hound dog. And he had that, he had that front that I saw. He had a little bit of bow. He had a little bit of bow. I was like, oh yeah, I got me one. I said, yeah, I got me one. As soon as he came off the Boeing jet, when the transporter delivered him to my house, I looked in the crate. I was like, oh, I got one. I got one. I got one. And from that point on, when he grew up, y'all, when that boy grew into about a year old, oh man, as soon as I started, right about a year old, when I started posting them, oh, he was having the bulldog world, the pit bull world. They was in their feelings. I went on them sites, them groups on Facebook. Y'all already know me. I'm sure y'all probably in some of them groups. Them pit bull groups. Oh man. Oh, I was campaigning them as a double XL pit bull. Early bird, man. They was attacking me. Oh, they was attacking. But you know what it was doing for me though? Because he looked like it. He's just big. He was just bigger. He looked just like they game dogs. Still do. He's just bigger. So of course it's going to draw the attention of everybody, the spectators, the haters, and the naysayers. And when I put them on them groups, started showing them, because I was campaigning them. Oh man, my engagement was ridiculous. My comment section, everybody was in there. People like, oh, I like that motherfucker. People, oh, I hate that. Oh, he ain't this. Oh, man, my engagement was through the roof, man. My likes was through the roof, thousands of likes. Man, they was upset. I went into a game dog group only one time. And man, they was in their feelings in that game dog group. Cause half of their little group was liking them, liking that boy the chopper. You know what I'm saying? They was liking him, but oh, ain't no such thing, ain't no such thing. Them, oh no, the naysayers. Oh no, he'll not oh no, ain't no bulldog, no, he'll curl out, he'll do this, he'll do that. Like, bro, you don't even know this dog, man. You don't know this dog. You don't know how this dog is bred. You know what I'm saying? You don't know every dog and how they're bred. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, fast forward, you guys. Like I said, I'm letting y'all understand these three different types that you will experience when you are someone like myself, who pioneer and do their own thing, who cook up their own dogs, who do it their way, not nobody else's way. And I'm not knocking anybody else's way. You know what I mean? I don't ever do that, but I'm doing it my way. It's my recipe, man. You know what I'm saying? When I get them to legendary status, AK, it's because I did it. Not because no other man made the dog a legend before me or the blood a legend before me. I made it legendary from my campaign of that dog. You know what I'm saying? So then at the end of it all, my name will be respected amongst dog men. Like, yo, you know what the dog guy did? He went against all odds, did his own thing, bought his own dogs, cooked them up his own way, pushed his own campaign, called it whatever he wanted to call it. You know what I mean? Got it popular, sold the dogs all over the world. The dogs proved themselves to be whatever they needed to prove themselves to be. Now, guess what? They want Formula One dogs from the dog god. They want that. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to any other bloodline that established themselves. But I came in this game to establish my own line. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm campaigning a dog that is turning into his own. Like AK has turned into his own bulldog. There's other people who claim they have XL pit bulls, and that's fine. Like I said, I don't knock nobody. You can have your XL pit bull. Somebody else out there might claim double XL pit bulls. As a matter of fact, there's a very popular breeder out there, and I respect them a whole lot because what they've built. They're called double XL designer pit bulls. Regardless of the naysayers and haters, you can't knock them because I'm sure they probably millionaires off their program because they are very popular and they got some dope dogs. Okay, they probably don't even comment. They probably won't even respond to anybody who want to hate because they're like, bro, why would I? You're a peon. You don't make the money I make off my dogs. Why would I respond to you? Oh, there's no such thing as a double XL designer pit bull. Well, shit, my $10,000, $12,000 puppy tells me something different. How much you getting for your game dogs? Huh? How much you getting for those? $200? $500? What you getting for those? Huh? I'm getting 12 grand for these double XL designer pit bulls. You see what I'm saying? So me and my campaign, I got to salute those who paved their own way. Because that's me. So with AK, I come in the game, I start campaigning them, y'all. I start campaigning that boy hard. He's looking what I'm campaigning, right? He's getting the attention that he deserves because he is what that, he is who he is. That boy has turned into a freak of nature. And in this day and time, right? And I would never provoke him in that energy space because that's not the type of dogs that I want. I don't want dogs that want to fight each other. Me as a dog man, I don't want that. It's a liability to me, right? I just dealt with puppies doing something to another puppy who's a part of their pack that I had to correct. So I don't want that energy in my dogs. I'm not in that arena. It's a different arena. It's a different day and time. So for a dog like AK, right, that I've nurtured since I got him at 4 months, his abilities with an S is for any of us who've owned bulldogs of the smaller type that were exceptional dogs, exceptional. in performance and ability. When you see a dog that is 112 pounds, lean, it's the frame, 26 inches tall. Okay, he's got leg. He's got nice bone, not no mastiff bone. He's got nice thick bone. Long muzzle, Tyrannosaurus Rex type of head shape with the long muzzle, all teeth in the mouth. Strong rears, great angulation, all the stuff that you like to see, tuck, deep rib cage, all the stuff you see in performance bulldogs, smaller ones, right? People breed for that, right? Back in the day, the OGs, old school dog men were breeding for performance. They were looking for things that was going to excel performance. When you see a dog of this stature, like I have, his name is AK-47, and you see all those performance characteristics, not only do you see it in its visual, but you see it in action. Like you see how fast the reflexes are. Fast, like the small dogs. Like, damn, boy, you fast. You see the light on his feet, like if he was 35 pounds. How he prances around, not only that, how he just jumps up in the air at 112 pounds. You like, damn. I mean, like, really? You like, wow. Because you have the other dogs. You've seen them. Not only that, not only have you seen them, this is me. Not only have I seen them, because I've been dealing with them since, 97? Performance bulldogs, game dogs. Since 97, I've been dealing with them. So I've seen them. And I see a dog that's bigger, stronger. Of course, right? You're not going to put Mike Tyson in there with Floyd Mayweather, right? So you see strength, but then you see the speed of a small dog and a big dog. Fast in running, quick reaction, quick twitch muscles, fast. You throw something his way, he catching that shit instantly, catching it. And then you see the power of the dog. That big ass mouth just crush. I mean, I would hate to be in his jaws. I see him crush bones all the time. Thankfully, that's what he bites. He likes to bite. He likes to bite toys, but he loves bones. He's got to have something in his mouth. He crushes bones all day long. I got a bone graveyard. There's nothing that's going to be able to handle that boy's jaw power. Okay. Now, the thing that I'm grateful for, that he doesn't have that dog aggression like desire like my other dogs do, like my real pit bulls my standard pit bulls, real pit bulls that I've bred. They have animal aggression heavy, and dog aggression, which of course is given, right? I'm grateful that AK can tolerate. He don't put up with the shit because I don't allow that to play in his arena, right? I don't want to trigger him to say, okay, now I got vengeance on my mind and I want to kill the dogs. Now I killed the dog, now I want to kill the other. I don't want that in his head because he would decimate my yard. Right? Because I understand a dog's psyche. Me. So if I allowed him to, engage in that type of action, energy with other dogs, I know that with his ability that he would run havoc on my yard. So I protected him from that energy space. From a young puppy, when I had him partnered up with AR-15 back in the day. When him and AR-15, they're the same age. I had them packed up, 2 dogs. They were side by side and neighbors in kennels. And then when they used to play together because they were the same age. They grew up together. But then AR-15 started doing that, what his puppies is doing, right? He started trying to dominate AK. And then when I saw the energy shift in AK, I separated them two. I was instantly like, nope. Because I was like, I can't have this dog with that size wanting to have revenge or wanting to attack another dog, because then I would have a problem in my hand, because I would not be able to break up a big ass dog. Like me myself, I would need help with AK. He's too big and strong and intense. I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. There would be no way I'll be able to get him off another dog by myself. I would need help. Period. And I'm a big man. I'm not weak. I can manhandle some dogs. I've manhandled dogs, but not a dog like AK. Okay. So this particular dog has brought me so many followers, so many fans. I've sold all his puppies all over the world. Okay. So many haters and so many spectators. This one dog has brought them all to me. And it's all because, right, I'm campaigning him as a double XL pit bull freaking nature. Not as no American bully, because I have American bullies, and due to the, description of an American bully, he does not match it phenotypically or genotype. He don't match it. Okay. Now, what he does match is what I bought, what I asked the breeder for, a larger pit bull phenotype, genotype. That's what I asked the breeder for, who bred him using two different families of pit bulls, bred a certain way. This family of dogs were bred this way. This family of dogs was bred that way. How they bred them, what they put in a recipe, that's none of my business. Real talk. I'm not going to ask the guy that bought the dog from the guy that bought the dog from the other guy who bred a whole family of dogs, what all did you put in your dogs to get them to be this way? I'm not going to ask him that. You know why? Because he's not going to really tell me. And even if he did, I can't talk to all of them. You see what I'm saying? He might have bred it a certain type of way, but I can't talk to the people from 20 years ago, 30 years ago. They're probably out of the game. I'm sure they're out of the game. They're out of the game. So in reality, am I going to get the real true recipe of these performance dogs? No. What? Well, no. And honestly, as a dog man, that's none of my business. I look at the dog. Ask about the dogs. Hope based off of what I'm asking that what that breeder is telling me is what it is. I just hope. I don't go and investigate, because I know damn well I'm going down a rabbit hole I'm not going to get the right answer for. I'm not going to get the right answer. I have common sense in this dog game. Me. I'm a realist in this dog game. I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. However, if I see what I see phenotypically from the parents, I know that I can possibly get that in my genetic recipe. I'm not going to go to a standard game dog with them old school bloodlines, y'all. Okay. Excuse a little, yapping in the background. My wife just came in, and one of my dogs know that she here. So you hear the little puppy doing that. He know mama home. But I'm not going to go, if I'm looking for a larger type, I'm not going to a standard game dog for that. I'm not getting larger type, if that's what I'm looking to cook, right? Because, it's all mathematics, it's genetic mathematics. I'm going to the breeder who's bred selectively for the size, and that matches the phenotype, genotype that I need for my recipe. That's who I'm going after. I'm not going for an Eli Carver or this, that, and the third. Why would I go for that if I'm looking for larger? And that's not knocking people who go for that. So When I get this larger pit bull phenotype, and then he turns out to be this freak of nature, because that's really what he is. He can do everything that my standard pit bulls can do, but he's just bigger, stronger, and faster. Real life. Everything they can do. Everything they can do. Okay. The only thing I never turned on, and I never will turn this on, is his aggression toward other dogs. I'm never going to turn that on, because I don't need that. I don't need dog fighters in my camp. Even with my hog dogs, I do not allow my dogs, even though I have them, and even though they've done it, I've had yard accidents just like every other dog man has. I do not allow them to fight each other. When they fight, I discipline them. I do, even though it's in their nature, right? I don't allow it. So I'm not going to put that energy on an AK-47 chopper. That's all I'm telling y'all. Now, can he do it? I'm sure you push any dog to a level, right? Us that do bulldogs, we understand that schooling, right? Right? If you're in that arena, you school your dog to get him, in tune with what you want him to do, right? I'm sure if I schooled AK to be that type of dog, he will. If I schooled him and put him in the corner or the box, right? For you naysayers out there, if I schooled that boy, he would be a problem. But I'm not a dog fighter. I'm not. I just breed performance dogs with maximum prey drive and man drive. My bulldogs are catch dogs. That's what I want them to do. I want people who want hog dogs to buy my dogs, my pit bulls, my double XL, my XL pit bulls, my standard pit bulls. I want hog men to buy my shit, not boxmen. Okay, if my dogs die in the line of duty, I want it to be for a reason, not for my own, pats on the back and shit. Not for my accolades. I want my dog. If my dog dies in the line of duty because he's getting rid of a pest, which is a hog on my property, or a stranger came in and actually shot him, protecting me and my wife. You know what I mean? That's honorable kill for me. That's soldiers. That's 21 gun salute for me. My dogs. But for my own, hey, let's have our dogs, rustle and tussle and stuff. For, my dog is stronger than yours. For my own little machismo, nah, I don't do that. I don't want that. And I don't allow that energy in my program with my dogs, me personally. My pit bulls, especially, I don't allow it. I don't allow it at all. So with AK, he's brought me a lot of spectators. He's brought me a lot of haters. He's brought me a lot of naysayers. Just this one dog. Now watch this, y'all. I'm a stay campaign. I tell them all, like, y'all ain't stopping nothing over here, bro. We campaigning and we gonna stay campaigning, because my boy AK is only 3. He's gonna be 4 this year. He's still in it, he's still developing in his prime. He's got a long way to go. And not only that, he's got his kids. I got his offspring that's right behind him that's gonna have him even more upset. It's gonna have the spectators, haters, and naysayers even more in their feelings when they see his kids. It's gonna baffle them. I got a black son. Even though I don't care about color, I have 2 of his offspring that are black. You know how the world loves color. I can care less. But not only are they black, but they look just like AK-47. AK produces himself. Not even his daddy. Not even AK's daddy produces himself. Okay, and his daddy is an amazing dog. His daddy is. AK's daddy is amazing. You see his daddy, you be like, wow. Everybody who sees his daddy is like, they love his daddy. But his daddy don't produce. He has many offspring, but they not on his daddy's level. AK is past his daddy. He's on his own level. AK does. Like AK is. He's on his own level. He's bigger than his dad. Okay. He's just as intense. I might even say even more intense than his dad. Taller than his dad. The only thing that his dad really has over AK is that color, because a lot of people like red. A lot of people like them reds, which I don't. I like reds too. But I would say that's the only thing that his dad has over him, that red color, and he is an amazing looking dog. But he's not producing like AK is. AK produces himself. And that's what you want in a stud dog, right? You want that phenotype, genotype to come out in the offspring. You want to see that in damn near every one of them. And AK throws it in any dog I threw him to, even the Bandog. I created a Bandog off of AK, called it AK-74. I threw him into my foundation bitch Nina 9, which is a Neapolitan Mastiff, German Boxer, American Bulldog, Game Pit Bull cross, and he produced himself even in that. And all them different bulldogs, excuse my language, Mastiff type, German Boxer type, he produced himself even in that. I got a boy named Chopper the Man Stopper, look just like him as his twin. He's a Bandog. That's how potent AK's genetic is. That's how freaking nature he is. He throws even himself. So for me, I hit the jackpot, man. And the naysayers and haters, they gonna really be mad. Not only when I'm campaigning AK, because I'm stay campaigning him till it's time for him to go ahead and hang it up and pass the torch. But right behind him, I'm gonna be campaigning his kids. I'm gonna be campaigning my boy Black Hawk, which is the black version of AK. I'll name him Black Hawk. Okay, wait till you see him. And I've already showcased him at 8 months, and he's got a nice little, he gets a nice little buzz, nice little following, nice little all the likes. Is like he gets his wave at 8 months. Wait till you see him come spring training when he's a year and a few months. Wait till you see him. He's tall like the Chopper. You know what I mean? But he's more rugged than the Chopper though. He's one of them type of bulldogs. Okay, because I put my sauce in AK and produce something else even more greater than even Chopper when it comes to that drive. So this is what you're going to expect, world, because I'm giving you what I'm experiencing in this dog game. Because I'm coming out campaigning my own. I'm campaigning my own. I'm doing me. I'm not doing nobody else. I'm not piggybacking off nobody's bloodline. It's me. I got my own bulldogs. I'm doing what the old timers used to do. Hey, y'all game pit bull lovers and enthusiasts. I'm doing what the old timers was doing back in the day when there was no internet. When there was no internet, and they was just in their yard doing dogs, minding their business, cooking up how they wanted to cook up, making performance dogs, showcasing their performance dogs in the way they want to showcase their dogs. I'm doing what they used to do. I'm doing that now in 2024. Cooking up my dog, and I'm calling them what I want to call them, just like they did. Right? I'm not mixing and not telling my clientele what I'm cooking, because I can do that. Like I have band dogs. I can tell you exactly what I put in my band dogs. Right? I can tell you that. I can tell you exactly what I put in my bulldogs too. I can tell you that as well. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't gotta necessarily lie to kick it, because I'm in an arena where I'm a creator. So I can tell you, hey, if I wanted to throw a hound dog in my bulldogs, I would tell you I would throw a hound dog in there, because I was lacking wind and I needed wind. I needed stamina. So I threw a hound dog in there. The old timers back in the day, they wasn't telling you that, because it wasn't about that back in the day. It's about winning and performance. That's what it was about. Winning and performance. So the naysayers, the haters, The spectators, of course, they're going to be following me. They want to see what I'm going to do next. Of course, they're going to be in my comment section because my comment section is jumping with all of them. That's where they all come and gather in my place on my posts. Because my post is doing numbers. They not doing the numbers that I'm doing. They bulldogs ain't doing the numbers that my bulldog is doing. His name is AK-47 Chopper. They numbers ain't doing what AK is doing. You know why? Because what they have, which I'm not knocking, but that's already been done. Those bulldogs have been done since the 80s and the 90s. So their wave is not much of a wave anymore because it's already had its time. You come campaigning like me on something brand new, something different, right? Guess what? If it is what you say it is, and it looks what it is, and it becomes something that it, has, has some type of authority in what it is, right? Which happened to be AK. Then of course they're gonna be on your line. This is me understanding this. Of course they're gonna hate on you because they don't have an AK. They have all those old school bloodlines and all those great looking pedigrees, but they don't have an AK-47 Chopper, freaking nature. They don't have him, right? They don't. They might post something on a, social media site, Facebook or Instagram or whatever, right? And, they might get 100 likes. They might get 500 likes, right? They might have 20 people in their comment section, but they're not going to get 9,000, 8,000 likes. They're not going to get hundreds of people in their comments section. You see how it works? Right? See how it works when you campaign in your own lane and you do your own thing and you push your own wave. It attracts all these people, the spectator, the naysayer, and the hater. It attracts them all three of them come. They come to your show. They come to see what you got going on. And they come to try their best to take you off of your post. Oh man, they try their best. What's up, William? What's up, Billy? Hey, your puppy is coming. You already know what time it is. My boy William Murrieta, man. My boy Billy. He got it, man. You got something coming to you. Wait till you get this bitch. I'm excited for you, man. Big salute to you. Thank you for showing up. But when you're pushing the wave that I be pushing, man, with these dogs, when I've done pretty well by campaigning. And y'all ain't the next phase, I call it phase 3. The next phase y'all gonna see, as far as my campaign with all my production, I have all my productions, by the way. There's only 2, and I mentioned this to my subscribers, man. And by the way, live your life, dogs, man. Big salute to you, man. Big salute to you, man. Thank you for showing up. I have 2 breedings. I've said this to my subscribers on IG. And if y'all want some exclusive content, some game from the coach, subscribe, man. Subscribe to go to my IG, hit that subscription button, and you get that, you get that game that from the coach. You get, you get some insight on, on the ins and outs of this stuff from the coach. But anyway, I told my subscribers I got 2 breedings I got left for myself because I did everything for myself already. Everything I do for me first. And then the rest of it I give to the public. I have 2 more breedings. After that, I'm done with breeding. I'm done with breeding for myself personally. You know what I'm saying? Anything else that I do in the future, depending on people with their money right, not their conversation, they money right, then I will cook up something for them because I don't need nothing else. Okay. But my phase 3, Okay. Wait till you see the content I'm coming with this year. Come spring training in the next 2 or 3 years, the content is going to be fire. It's going to be fire because I have every single one of my dogs that I envision. I have them now, other than 2 other breeds. I got to do the Kango at AK. I have to do that. I need something from there, and I want to go AK to my girl Silver Bullet. I want to make another version of the AK-74 Bandog with the sister, okay, of Nina, which is Nina 9's sister. Okay, because I have 2 dogs off of that I have, which is Chopper the Man Stopper and Nina 9. I have them productions, AK-74 band, and I want to make a Bandog off of off of Silver Bullet and the AK. Because I only got 1 puppy out of that litter that lived, and I sold that one to somebody in Houston. He got it. And that dog is amazing. It's a bitch. It's huge. Beautiful, all black bitch. Beautiful bitch, okay? But I want something off of AK and Silver Bullet. So I got 2 breedings I want for myself. Other than that, I don't need nothing. I'm done. I'm done breeding for myself. I will retire with all these dogs. When they die, I'm done. Okay. Other than that, after I showcase these dogs these next 2 to 3 years, I show you guys what I produced, and you guys see these dogs, and you guys like, oh, I want it. Oh, please go, Coach. Can you give me the AK? Because everybody's still they're begging me now for AK. When I took AK and I put them in retire, I retired them last year. Everybody wants some AK genetics off of AK. Just off of looking at AK. Coach, when are you gonna bring AK? No. He's retired. Okay. He's retired because I want to show the world what I produced off of him. I'm gonna let his kids just flex and have y'all feeding for the kids' offspring. Oh man, I need to get one off of Black Hawk. I need to get one off of Yellow Jacket. You know what I mean? I need to get one off of Draco. I need to get, I want y'all to be, I need one of those AK-74 Bandogs off of Chopper. I want y'all to be fiending the world. Oh, I need to get that. How you, man? Hey, I produced that. I produced that. That's mine. I produced it. Yeah, that's off of that. Yeah, I did that. Oh, you really want it? I don't even need it. I don't even have to breed it, man. I'm gonna keep these dogs. I'm just gonna showcase. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to breed it. Oh, y'all really want it? Y'all really want it? Put y'all deposits up. Make me do the breeding. Force me to breed it for y'all. Because I don't need nothing off of that offspring. I'll save all the sperm off of all my males. I already do it already. All these ones I produce, Red Tiger, Junior, the up and comers. I got Spartan. I got Black Hawk. I got so many. I'm gonna collect all they straws and just keep it there. Just, it just be my own little DNA lab. I just look at it. I pay my little yearly fee, whatever, $5,000-$6,000 a year, whatever, and it's just for me to look at. I'll really have it just like that, because I can go always in my mind and say I can cook up any dog I want. I have the genetics still in the lab. These dogs is long gone and dead. But guess what? I got straws off of that, straws off of this, straws. So if I ever wanted to just create me a dog just for me, and I wanted just to have something, I go in there and I'll cook me up something real quick. For me, I'll cook it up for me. But as far as the public goes, man, all I need is 2. I got 2 breedings for me, y'all. 2 breedings for me. And then after that, I ain't got to breed nothing for nobody. And guess what's going to happen these next 2 to 3 years? I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show you guys the dogs. I'm going to show you the level of performance. At least as much as I can show you. You know what I'm saying? I can't show you. And you know what? I even, and I'm not doing it either way. I'm not going to do it. But I thought about it. Like, let me show y'all, the flip side of, what these dogs, let me show you the aftermath of what my dogs do. Let me show you what I experienced today when I saw my, I thought I could save my dog from, being attacked by puppies. And then, let me show you the aftermath of what they did to the dog as it was dead. I can't show y'all everything of what these dogs can do, but I can show you enough to where, you can get a perspective of what I'm producing when it comes to Formula One level dogs. Okay. Now, one thing I will say to y'all is this: with my dogs, The dogs with me that I have is different than how they would be with you. And the reason why I say this is that I'm not the only one that's imprinting the dogs that I own, that I have. I'm not the only energy that's imprinting. My big ass pack that I have, my 30 plus dogs, they're imprinting each other too. So, for example, if you buy a dog from me and you only have you and your family, it's only you and your family imprinting that dog. So, let's say if that dog comes into my yard amongst its sibling, right, that it came out of a litter from, and let's say your dog is confident in its environment and it has ability in its environment. He comes into my environment where there's so many levels. Like I said, it's like a prison yard for me. Okay. Of prey-driven dogs. There's so many different levels of prey-driven dog, and they're all feeding off each other's energy. All of them. Okay. You will be like, damn, how come my dog is not like his brother or his sister? How come, you know what I mean? You'll say that. Damn, I thought my dog was this way, but why is this? Why is this? Because that dog is imprinted by the whole pack of 30 dogs in me. So that dog has to either get down or lay down to the energy that it's around. Okay. So you can get a dog from me, right, that you buy, and it can do what you needed to do, and you think it's good. Or it might, let's say it might not do what you even expect it can do, right? It might be more laid back because that's how your family is, it's laid back, right? That same dog, if it was in my pack and around all the other dogs, it will have to adjust to the energy. If not, it's going to get rolled on. They have to, because I see it I see it every day in my dog pack environment. I see how I can put a puppy, right? Or I move a dog to another section, and the energy in that section, that dog might take a week, maybe even 2 weeks before it starts to mimic the energy in that section. I'm like, damn it, you know what I mean? Y'all, you know what I mean? Like you just taught this dog bad habits. Like, for example, I'm gonna give you an example. Okay. I moved my boy Black Hawk, which is AK-47 chopper son, down to the 4th tier. Okay, where he has some, he has his half brothers, and half sisters there, and he has, I have my Kango over there too, right? Now my Kangal is a totally different dog than my pit bulls. Y'all know that, right? Kangal's different. I moved Black Hawk down there. He's never where he was before. He's never jumped up. He's never jumped up anytime. Even though it's in his genetic, he never was doing that jumping shit, right? Now in the 4th tier, they do that jump shit like his daddy. Okay. And and one of my dogs ripped down the tarp. He jumped up, he could jump high, and they ripped down the tarp, right? So when I moved him down there, that boy Black Hawk down there, y'all, he was in the space, but he wasn't acting like, he wasn't barking, doing all that barking shit like they do. He wasn't doing all that jumping stuff like they do, right? Fast forward now, 3 weeks now in his new environment. Now he does all the same bullshit. He tore down the tarp like they do. He barks where before he wasn't barking. Okay. So now he mimics the energy that is of the pack, even though that wasn't him before. See what I'm saying? Right? He mimics what is his surroundings, because that's the energy that he sees every day, constant. So now that competitive energy comes, and now he wants to compete. Now he turns into them. Okay. And I say that to say this. Okay. Is that when you get a dog from me, the genetics is in the dog to do everything that you expect the dog to do, and then some. And what I mean by then some, my dogs every day show me something new. And an example of something that I learned about my XL Pitbull Dracos is AK, right, which is the dad of my XL Pitbull Draco line, right? Not double XL, they're just XL because I took AK to a standard, made it XL, not double XL. Okay. They can jump just like AK, right? But you know what they can do that's even more advanced than their daddy? They can jump and then hang on the fence, right? Hang on their kennel, jump up, hang on there, and then finesse the roof, bite the tarp by jumping and hanging on there, and then find having time to find a way to break out. AK, he uses his, he just uses his strength and he just busts up, he'll keep hitting it with his head until he busts it open. His offspring, these new, the new, what I'm saying, the new models, they jump instead of busting their head on there, they jump, hang on there, hold themselves up, and then they finesse it. So I'm like, oh man, I just learned something new with y'all. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all took the jumping to a whole nother level. Instead of using your strength like your daddy do, you go ahead and use your brain and your strength. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna bust your head on there, but you're gonna find a way to bite something, find a way to, find a weakness there, but you're gonna be up there, hanging up there. I'm like, how the I look down one day and I look and I don't see the dog, right? I don't see the dog. Because normally I can look down because I live on a hill, I can see my dogs, right? I look down, y'all, and I can't see the dog. Like, where the hell did the dog go? And then I look again. I go down there because I can't see him. I thought he got out, right? And then he's over there hanging on the side, but like up on his kennel, like with his paws up in his little area wherever he figured out how to hang himself up there. But he's up there hanging on there like almost just in a position of rest. But he's trying to find a way to bust out the roof that I got on him. I'm like, this, like this motherfucker's doing too much. But at the same time, be careful what you cook up because you just might get it. Okay. Y'all know my theme. Y'all know my theme with these dogs: frames, brains, and motors. Frames, best performance, functional frames, brains, intelligence, even temperament, right? Drive, and motors. So these dogs teach me something all the time. All the time. And they feed off of each other all the time. So even though I'm imprinting them, they're imprinting each other every day. They copy each other. They're competing every day. My dogs do, at least. And we talked about this on previous episode about building a dog psyche and, dogs being, let's say, nervous and timid. And a lot of times we be misdiagnosing these dogs because they're not in the right environment that brings their confidence out. Bring a timid dog around confident dogs and watch what happens to that timid dog. It won't be timid for long, right? It won't be, because it would have to get down or lay down. Definitely don't put it in an environment where you got multiple aggressive dogs against that timid dog, because then you will ruin that dog. As a matter of fact, those aggressive dogs will see that as a weakness and they will kill it. Don't do it like that. But you would bring it around, bring it in a one-on-one situation with a dog that's dominant, that is not going to fully, feed off of its fear. Put it around that dog for a long period of time. Watch how that dominant dog will shape that weak dog. And that dog will be a totally different dog than what you expected it to be. Because that dominant dog damn near forced his energy on the weaker dog. And the weaker dog had to comprehend it, or, was it kill or be killed? And then once that dominant dog sees the other dog who's timid nut up, then the dominant dog shows it a level of respect. It happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it in situations where I wasn't deliberately, trying to do it as far as like imprint that energy on a weaker dog. Like for example, okay, I had my girl Draca, and she was in a pack of her litter mates, and they would cur her out, have her screaming, like she'd be screaming like something was killing her. I was like, what the heck? Why are you screaming like that? Now, anybody else, some of your old bulldog man might throw the bitch in the trash. That's how y'all operate. Y'all don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't understand that you're dealing with a puppy, dealing with a child. Okay? I'm smart. I have common sense. I know that, you know what? You're not ready for that. I took her out of that. Right? I wasn't disappointed in her. She wasn't ready for that energy. I took her out of it. Okay? Put her by herself. Right? Put her next to AR-15, the number one, well, I would say number two, number one, then tied between shotgun. Number two, number one, assholes on my yard. Want all the smoke, want all the funk, them two. I put her next to him. But she's in her own space. She ain't got to deal with him as far as trying to get at her. But his energy is right next to her. She grew from a puppy, okay, 6 months old, next to AR-15. At that time, he was 2, Mr. Asshole, cocky, piss and vinegar, like most males do. That's alpha, okay, and instigator, who he is, right? She grew next to him, okay. Now, from her growing up next to him, she embodied his same energy because that's what she's been around. Then it was to the point where I had to separate her from AR-15 because she couldn't stand AR-15's energy, so much so that she was trying to bite him and fight him through the kennel. This was the one that was getting curved out by her litter mates. AR-15 taught her how to be a bulldog. Now, she ain't turning down nothing. Matter of fact, she's just like her mother, Holy Spirit. Okay? But guess what? I learned. Okay? You have to shape a dog's mind to get it to perform the way you want it to perform. You have to be patient with that dog because a dog is learning from something, either you or itself or another dog, whoever. It's learning something. I just separated the bitch because I didn't want her to get, fucked up and messed up in the head. Y'all, I'm working on my language, man. So, excuse me if I say a cuss word. I'm trying not to curse. But I'm working on, I didn't want her to be, affected by that being punked, her screaming like that, like she was terrified, man. Real talk. I just moved her in her own space. It happened to be next to AR. You know what I mean? I didn't know that AR was going to shape this girl into be who she is, which is, she's dominant. She ain't afraid of nothing. She want everything and she going to give it. You know what I'm saying? Like she's going to give it. I got to put her in situations where, I got to make sure that the energy is right where she is. Because if not, she's going to want action. You know what I'm saying? Like I had her next to, I moved, so anyway, I moved her away from AR once that started to happen. I moved her to the kennel over. There's a space. I put, Black Hawk in there because he was the young guy, put him next to, in the middle between them. And of course he grew up and guess what? Guess what happened to young Black Hawk? He adopted both of their energies. And then eventually Draca, seeing that the young puppy was, he was growing up and starting to feel himself, then she wanted to, get at him through the kennel bars. And so he had to get moved out. See what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on with these dogs, but back to the subject matter, the spectator, the hater, and the naysayers. This is what you're going to experience when you're a dog man or a dog woman like me who build and craft and mastermind their own line of dogs. That's contrary to what everybody else is doing. You're going to experience these 3 groups of people because there's a group of they're groups. They're not just 1, 2, 3. There's groups of them that are fitting in this category, and you're just going to have to deal with them, and you have to try your best to not be Whitney Houston when you're dealing with them. What I mean by Whitney Houston is I get so emotional, baby. You cannot, it's hard, but you cannot let your emotions affect your responses when you're dealing with these people. You got to deal with them in a very firm and direct way, but not emotional. You know what I'm saying? You got to represent what you represent without the emotion. You know what I mean? Because that's what they want to get you in. They want to get you into the emotional side. They want to take you off your pivot. They want to take you off your post. They want to deter you from campaigning the way you campaign. And you cannot do that. You cannot let them, spectators, haters, and naysayers, do this. Because that is their mission. They want me to back down when it comes to AK-47 chopper. They want me to. But I will never yield, ever, with a dog like AK-47 chopper. I will be doing him an injustice as his promoter, as his owner, as his voice. I have to keep both feet on these spectators, haters, and naysayers' neck. I have to keep both feet on their neck, and I will. Because a dog like AK-47 Chopper, aka the Bone Crusher, comes once in a lifetime. And those of us who have legendary dogs in their program, not everybody has them. Some of us do. Not everyone has them. Not every dogman has a legendary level type dog. Game changer. Not everybody does, but some of us do. We got to represent them to the fullest, if that's what we have as dog men and dog women. You have to. And you know they're going to come for you, these spectators, naysayers, and haters, because you have that type of dog. So you have to curb your emotions. You got to turn your emotions down, because this is what comes with the territory of having dogs like I have, like AK-47 Chopper. And I'm campaigning in a lane of bulldogs that don't have the popularity as they used to. They're not getting the money as they probably used to. And even when they used to, it's not the money of today. So when you come in a lane like that, and it's your own, and you're moving in your own arena, but the dog is really garnishing that type of attention, man, they all coming. They coming. They coming. They have to. You know what I'm saying? They want to be relevant. They got to be on your stuff. They got to be on your posts to be relevant. Right? Because they don't have that type of wave that you have. I'm speaking in third person so that you understand. I'm talking about myself in a sense. Right? They don't have the wave that I have. Right? There's not many dog men out there or dog women who's campaigning their own dogs. Plural. I have multiple dogs. They campaigning established dogs. They're campaigning established bloodlines, which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. However, there's not many dog men or dog women who's doing what me, the dog god, is doing, campaigning his own dogs. And telling you straight up and down, these are my bloodlines. These are my line of bulldogs, pit bulls, band dogs, etc. It's mine. I cooked them up. I made them. I did it. Okay. I didn't create AK-47. However, the breeder told me this. I only breed my dogs once. I breed them for me. Just like me. He's just like me. But I only breed him once. So, there's no repeat breedings. And he stays true to his word. Matter of fact, with the UK, they done changed all the laws. So he's definitely not the breeding dogs no more. because they changed the laws up on them in the UK. So anyway, but even still, even before that, he was true to his word. So with that being said, for me, there's nobody that's going to be able to bump their head on the genetics that I got. Even even though there was probably I don't even really know how many. I would say there's at least 8 offspring out of that litter. Because it was a 50-50 outcross, 2 different family of dogs, not one of the puppies was the same because it wasn't an inbred type breeding. It was a outcross, 2 different family of dogs. So not one of the puppies are the same. So when I say I got a one-of-a-kind freak of nature, it's no cap, man. It's facts. It's facts. I follow some of the, at least majority of the ones that have puppies or dogs off that litter. None of our dogs look the same. None of them look the same. None of them look like the daddy, which is, the reason why most of us bought that dog. I bought it for both mom and dad because I needed the genetics, but most of the people bought offspring because of the daddy, AK's daddy. None of those look like the daddy. AK resembles his daddy to a degree, but he don't even look like his dad. Each one of us got different dogs. So I can campaign AK as my dog, call it what I want, know that there's nobody else with that phenotype, genotype, unless they buy his offspring from me. I can rest assured that I know it. Even though, hey, I got a puppy off of AK's brother. Hey, I got a puppy off of AK's sister. That's fine. His sister don't look like AK. His brother don't look like AK. And maybe, and I don't know this, maybe his brother or sister don't produce like AK because AK produces himself. Can your dog produce itself? No? Well then, hey, it is what, or maybe your dog, maybe that dog isn't all that and he produces better. Well, that's cool. That's cool if your dog produces better. But most of us breeders want, if we have a top tier dog, we want it to produce itself. That's what we want as breeders. If it's top tier, produce that. I need that. I'm breeding that so I can get that. That's what we want. We want what we see. Not what we hope for, but what we see. And I know based off of what I have right now, that AK produces himself. And all I did as a breeder was added to who AK is, the freaking nature, in his offspring. That's all I did. I just added some more features because that's what I'm supposed to do. If I'm trying to progress as Formula One level canines, that who I am, right? I'm trying to get better every year. Every year, I want dogs to be better and better and better and better and better. I don't want it to stay the same. I don't live in the past. Some dog men or dog women want to live in the past. I don't. I want to progress. Just like how we see things in our day in life, right? Everything every year progresses, from cars to motorcycles to phones to, houses, to everything is getting better. Why would I want, for example, why would I want AK just to stay like AK? With his offspring, I want them to be better, right? Because that's how we see things progress in life. It always gets better, even with our kids, sports, right? Etc. Same thing with our dogs. If you're producing dogs, you should be producing them to be better. Every breeding, every generation should be better than the last. Should be. But not all of us breed with that type of vision. Some of us want to stay in the retrospect of life, retrospect of dogs, which is fine. Okay, those are the naysayers. Oh, there ain't no such thing. Oh, there no way. Oh, no, no. Those are the ones that want to live in the past, which is your prerogative, Bobby Brown. Remember that song from Bobby Brown, y'all? It's your prerogative, which is fine. Okay. Nobody's knocking you from Michael J. Fox in your dog program. Want to be back in time? That's fine. But there are those of us like myself, the dog guy, who likes to progress every breeding. I breed to progress. I don't want to be the same every breeding. I want it to have a line, right? A foundation, and I want to build on that foundation and just get better. Just like how they do cars, motorcycles, trucks, etc. How they built Formula One race cars. Every year, they're just better. They look different, but they still the level. That's how I do dogs. And because I do dogs like this, I attract spectators, haters, and naysayers. Every time, you guys. Every time. Guys and gals, if you watching. So, me being in the field, a player coach, because I'm giving y'all my perspective on me coaching myself, but at the same time, I'm coaching y'all by me coaching me. Okay, in the field, like right, pioneer by myself. I'm pioneering. I'm trailblazing myself. There's nobody in front of me. I'm in the dark. I'm making light in the dark. That's what I do. Okay, and it's an experiment. I don't know everything. I'm learning on the job. I'm learning from others who've done it before me because ain't nothing new under the sun. You guys all heard these old school sayings. However, I'm building upon something that is a vision. I don't necessarily know the outcome until I receive what I envisioned, which are these productions, these dogs. These dogs are teaching me what I created. I only had a vision of it. The dogs are showing me what that vision is, whether I'm off, whether I'm on, whether it gave me more, whether it gave me less. I'm learning because this is my project. These are my dogs. They're no one else's dogs. I'm not piggybacking off of no other dog man's blood. My dog is this dog. My dog is that dog. Do you have this blood? Do you have? I don't do that. And then one thing that I notice, and hey, gamed up kennels. I already you know this about that particular game. The game dog. They want to piggyback off of everybody old shit. That's their claim to fame for their performance bulldogs. Is all the old stuff that the old timers did back in the day in the 80s and the 70s. They want to still live and talk about that. They do. The dog god don't do that. I salute and pay homage to every one that came before me because I have respect. However, I want to put my name with their name as far as great dog men that produce their own bloodline. I want to do that as a dog man. I do. So because I campaign like that, it brings the spectators and haters and the naysayers. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, y'all? In this dog game. Because I want to campaign my own and do it my way, spectators, haters, and naysayers, they all coming. They coming. They coming for the dog guy. You know what I'm saying? They in my DMs. They in my comment section. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, for y'all who follow me, y'all see it. I'm sure y'all read my comments. Y'all see them. I buy a Kangal. I buy a Kangal. How many people have a Kangal? You know what I'm saying? How many people have a Kangal that they imported? Not no American one that they imported from overseas, from a very reputable Kangal breeder. Not only that, he's got champion Kangals, champion working level Kangals at that. Okay, the breeder. I go and I import one because I'm a creator. Y'all know how I operate. I'm a mastermind and a creator. I'm an artist. Manny's an artist. He know what I'm talking about. I'm an artist when it comes to dogs. So I get a Kangal. I say, man, I'm gonna cook something up with this Kangal because of the Kangal's genetic abilities. And I'm gonna take this Kangal and I'm gonna breed it to my freaking nature, AK. And I know that, you know, they've been doing they call them bull herders, which is a bull breed, kind of, it's a pit bull mixed with a herder dog, shepherd dog, right? That's where the herd comes in. Shepherd dog, whether it be a Dutch shepherd, Malinois shepherd, German shepherd, shepherd dog, bull herder. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do my own bull herder, but I'm not going to use a Malinois shepherd dog, a Dutch shepherd dog, a German shepherd dog. I'm not using those type of shepherd dogs, even though those are cool dogs to use because most people use them type of dog. I'm going to use a Kangal shepherd dog because a Kangal is a shepherd dog. It's just a guardian of the sheep. It's not a herder of sheep. It's a guardian of sheep. Still a shepherd dog. That's what because I got common sense. I know dogs. I know titles and what they use for. Okay. I talk to breeders. I understand that. So I get a Kangal. I announce to the world via social media that I'm going to cook up a double XL bull herder. And man, oh man, they all came. Y'all know they all came. Everyone came to that post. Okay. One of my most engaged posts ever. 200 to 300 comments, 2,000 plus likes, and still counting. Hundreds of shares. Because you know what? The dog god announced that he's going to take double XL Pitbull Freaking Nature to a Kangal. Guess who showed up to the posts? Spectators, haters, and naysayers. All of them showed up. All of them showed up. Because you know why? Because I'm a pioneer. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm not doing what nobody else is doing. Everybody else is doing pit bulls to Malinois and pit bulls to whatever. I'm doing double XL pit bull freaking natures. They ain't got those. I'm doing Kangals. Not many people have done those yet. I'm not saying I'm the first one to do it. I never said that, but not many people have done those type. And they ain't never did it with a double XL pit bull freaking nature like AK-47. They ain't never did that because they ain't got one. They ain't got one. I do. So that brought them all to the party, you guys and gals. I knew that was going to happen to me because it's been happening to me since I've been campaigning since 2018. Okay. I remember when Red Tiger was alive and I was campaigning him and people was hating because I had Red Tiger. Oh, he can't breathe. Oh, look at his muzzle. Oh, that dog's crazy looking. All that stuff. That came with the territory. But, I was virgin to social media, so I was taking it personal. I was on that, don't take it personal, but I was taking it personal. Okay. As Red Tiger grew, he became even more freakish looking. And that brought more spectators and haters. And then his popularity grew and his haters grew. Then he passed away. Then I put him up as far as the promotion because I didn't know what I was going to do, but I had his semen on deck. Then I cooked him up. I brought him back out, right? I brought the retro Red Tiger back out. And everybody begging me for a Red Tiger puppy. They want Red Tigers. Even when Red Tiger was alive, I have a very well-known, respected dog man who even wanted Red Tiger's genetics because he knew where he came from, and he has an old English bulldog program that's very popular and very successful. He wanted Red Tiger's genetics in his line. Now it was probably like a month before he died, which he blamed on me, by the way. You know what I'm saying? He said, that was your fault. You know what I mean? Which it wasn't my fault. But anyway, I respect OD for that. Yeah, that's his opinion. It wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? I don't control dogs' genetic ability to be able to breathe. I don't control that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't breed that dog. So I'm not gonna take the L on that one. He died because he couldn't breathe. What I mean by couldn't breathe, y'all, he just couldn't cool himself off. He had a lot of drive, and the way he was built, he had that, that soft palate. I paid for the surgery and all that, y'all. I spent money to make sure that I kept that dog alive. Okay, he still died because he didn't have an on-off. Remember we talked about the on-off switch? Remember in previous episode we talked about the on-off switch? He didn't have an off switch. Okay, he was always going, and he couldn't cool himself off, so he died. So that wasn't my fault. But anyway, I remember when I was campaigning him, Early Bird, and all the naysayers and haters, because it was different. They didn't have a Red Tiger. They didn't have none of that. All these people with American Bulldogs, all these people with Bulldogs, Old English Bulldogs, they didn't have one that looked like Red Tiger. Or Red Tiger wasn't no American Bulldog, and he wasn't no Old English Bulldog. He was what they call a Rocky Mountain Bulldog. That's what the breeder called his style of Bulldogs, as that was their own Bulldog. It was a buff dog. Okay. But he brought that much attention, y'all, because it was different. And then it brought all the naysayers and haters and spectators. So, I learned, I was experiencing it earlier on in my, social media career, if you want to call it that. But I had to adjust to it because I wasn't used to that. Like, bro, I'm just campaigning my dog. Why y'all coming at me like that? Why y'all coming at my dog? Like, why you trying to tell me I ain't this? I'm trying to figure this out. Because I don't do that to other dog men and dog women. You know what I'm saying? If I see someone like, I salute. If I see someone I don't like, I don't comment. I don't like it. I move on. But I'm not going on there. Oh, I don't like that. Let me tell them about it. Oh, I don't like what she talking about. Let me tell her about it. I don't do that. Never have been that person. So when it was coming at me, it was hard for me to understand it and comprehend where it was coming from until, more, posts, more momentum, more followers. I started to understand it because then like I told y'all earlier, I started to look at the people. I go personal profile and they follow me. Them haters, the spectators, they actually are followers of mine. So I'm like, damn, I guess this comes with the territory. Because if they didn't like what I have, why are they following me for? If they didn't like it, right? I had to come to grips with that. So then it's like, you know what? All right, cool. This it comes with the territory. You must be doing something right because you're getting some attention, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. You're doing something right because you're getting attention, and they're helping you grow because every time they comment, that's engagement. Every time they share to clown you to their partner, oh, look at this dummy over here talking about this. Share, that's more traction. It's gonna get you more views, get you more followers. And that's what has happened for me, you guys, as a dog god, my career on social media and being a promoter of dogs. That is why I've grown to where I've grown to today. Okay. Now, with YouTube is different because I didn't put no effort into YouTube. Okay. I'm just now, real talk, starting to really put some effort toward YouTube. And I'm going to continue to put the effort toward YouTube. And that's tying into even my third phase of my shift to where I'm going with these dogs. Now that, I'm not breeding anymore for the public. These are the last that I have that I'm giving to the public for at least another 2 to 3 years. Because like I said, I got all my dogs. And I breed for myself first. I got all my dogs, minus the 2 I mentioned to you all earlier. So now I'm going to, make sure I have a presence on YouTube because now it's time to showcase these productions, let you guys see what I'm talking about when it comes to my dogs. Let y'all ooh and ah, like damn it, like coach, I want one of those. Oh man, when are you gonna breed that? I'm looking forward to hearing that from all the spectators. Coach, I want one, please. Coach, when you gonna breed AK to Snow White? All that Kangol is amazing. Oh, look at Red Tiger Jr. He's better than his dad. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the spectators and the haters to be in my comment section. And, instead of it being 300 to 500, it's thousands of comments of them hating and commentating and spectating. I'm looking forward to that because that's what's coming. That's what's coming in the future. So YouTube, I'm gonna, I'm gonna make sure y'all see it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get that front row seat to the third phase of my program, man, which is the showcase and the promotion, man, of my productions. You're gonna see it, and then that's gonna dictate for me and the public if I decide to bless y'all with the DNA. Because as a dog man, my business is not going to be predicated on puppy sales. No. It's going to be on showcasing these dogs that you guys want to have in your programs. These dogs that I have that you can't get from anybody else. You know why? Because I strategically planned on creating my own dogs. Where you can't say, well, damn it, coach, if you're not going to sell, I'm going to buy it from somebody. Who are you going to buy it from? They're not cooking up like me. They don't got these genetics like me. Who are you going to buy it from? Who's campaigning like me? How do you even know about dogs like mine unless it's from me? Who else is campaigning like me? Who else is dedicated to the work, and more work 3 times like the dog god? Ain't too many people, if any. So, if you want this, you're going to have to, you got to go, shit, you're going to have to, convince me to sell you something, which is, deposits. I need them deposits first. Oh, you don't know, you ain't got it? Okay, cool. I ain't got to breed it. I don't got to breed it. Just keep watching. Watching is free. Keep watching. I'm gonna keep showing you the dog. I'm gonna keep having y'all oohing and on and hating and naysaying. I'm gonna keep that going. You know what I'm saying? AK still in his prime, man. He's gonna be 4 this year, man. Wait till y'all see him this year. You know what I mean? Wait till I showcase him this year. You know what I mean? You're gonna be amazed even more so because the boy's even more so amazing. He's gonna be 4 years old. Like I said, wait till you see his kids. You can be like, damn. Like, man, that's AK. Yeah, that's AK. Yeah, that's AK. Yep, that's him. Wait till you see Red Tiger Jr. For those of y'all who like Red Tiger, who wanted to hate on Red Tiger. Wait till you see Junior. I put the sports package in him. I put the Formula One package in him genetically. God willing, he ain't gonna blow up like his daddy. He gonna be bigger than his daddy. I put the genetics in him. His muzzle's a little bit longer than his daddy. I put the genetics in him. He's extreme like his dad, but he's tighter in his structure. He's extreme like his dad, but it's tight in the shoulders, it's tight in the rears. I put that in him. I did that. And he's a real bulldog because they tried to kill him and he took it like a champ. They tried to traumatize the boy. They tried to curl him out. He took it like a champ, didn't cry, didn't whimper, not one bit. He's a real bulldog when you can dish it out and take it. He showed me that as a puppy. So wait till you see him. Wait till you guys see the AK-47 version of a man stopper, which is Chopper. The man stopper is twin. Wait till you see that boy. Wait till you see his daughter, the man stopper version, Nina 9mm. Wait till you see that bitch. Wait till you see all AK-47 Chopper's daughters that I kept. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I got dogs, man. I got stuff to show y'all that's gonna make you guys excited. Wait till you see all the killer AK, the AR-15 Bandogs that I kept on this litter. The killers, the one that just killed my damn puppy today. You know, my keeper bitch off of Golden Little Mama. They killed her today. Wait till you see them bitches and the males that I kept. Wait till you see them when they grow up. So that's where I'm at, y'all. That's why we talking about spectators, haters, and naysayers, because of what I'm doing as a dog man in the dog game. I am in my own lane on purpose. I'm making people be in their feelings, whether they like it, they are kind of or they don't like it. They're in their feelings when it comes to me and my dogs. If y'all scroll, right, y'all who follow me on Instagram, scroll all the way down to the beginning. It's a timeline, 2018, and scroll yourself back all the way up to 2024. You'll see the progression. You'll see it right in front of your eyes. You be like, damn it, man. You be like, damn it, man, the dog guy, one of the realest dog men in the game. I can see what he's been talking about. I can see it. It's like a timeline. I can see everything he's been talking. I see it manifesting right in front of your eyes. Manifest. Is it hard, you guys? Oh, yeah, it's hard. I'm not saying that sarcastically, too. I'm saying that with pain and passion. It's hard. It's hard being a dog man and a dog woman. It's a lot of work, no days off, man. Oh, it's expensive. Is it fun? No, it's not fun. If it's your passion, you deal with it when it's your passion, right? It's still work, but it's your passion, you deal with it. Is it fun? No. Me taking the L today, was that fun? No. Me having to discipline my little puppies, I love my dogs, man. But me having to discipline my puppies, hearing that, when you whip your child and stuff, you don't like them when they cry and stuff, but you got to teach them something, man. Me hearing, yiping and stuff from my puppies. This is just real dog man talk. Because I had to discipline them because they killed one of my dogs. And I don't play that. You think I like that? Is that fun? No, I feel sad. Because I love my dogs. But this is this is what you got to do as a dog man or a dog woman, especially when you're dealing with performance level dogs like I deal with, killers, right? Killers, literally. I got to come through and exert my authority over them. And I got to do things that I don't necessarily want to do. So, like I said, I don't mean to be long-winded about this particular topic, but this is a real topic, y'all. I'm passionate about my dogs. I'm passionate about my craft. I really do this. I'm not new to this. Y'all have heard this before. I'm not new to this. I do this every day. No days off. I'm live from the field. When you smell the dog out, I smell like in the field cologne. That's the cologne I wear. In the field. Cologne. You smell it on me. Like, man, that boy's a real dog man. Yeah, you smell it. Yeah, I just got out of the field with the dogs. And not just any dogs, too. Top tier, top level, Formula One level type dogs. get it in at its maximum, like, to the max level dogs. What you can put in them is what they're gonna give out, and then some. That's the type of dogs I deal with. Like, I'm not even capable, because of me being a one-man band, to get everything out of every one of my dogs. I'm not, me as a one-man band can't do it. I ain't got enough time to get everything out of them dogs that they can give me. I'm saying, I get what I need, get my confirmation, and that's all I can do because of how many dogs I got to take care of. But I know they can give me so much more. I know they can, because I put it in their genetics. I can see it in their eye. I see them figuring things out that I've never even taught them. I'm like, how do you figure that out? Like I was telling you earlier about, the dog hanging up on the kennel, like holding himself up there and trying to figure out how to get out the roof I got. Like, what? Like a cat, you know what I'm saying? Hanging up on something, just hanging up, like, what the hell are you doing up there? What are you doing? Gets down, he's looking at me all like, because he's doing something wrong. Oh, well, I'm trying to figure out how to break out, Daddy. Oh, you didn't know I can just go up there and hang up there. I ain't got to do what my dad do anymore. I don't have to use my brute strength and bust out. I'll just hang up there and look at it and try to figure out how to finesse it. I'm like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I just create? But be careful what you cook up in the lab. You hear what? Yeah, you're always. I'll tell you all this for a fact. Be careful what you cook up genetically in the lab, because you just might get it. Be careful, because you just might get exactly what you cooked up. And I learned that every single day. I take care of my dogs, because there's no days off being a dog man or dog woman. So every day I'm learning something about my dogs. Even when I lose, just like I said earlier in the beginning of this podcast, even when I lose, I learn. I learned something today. Taking a loss. Taking a loss. I learned something today, about my AR-15, and then my Cowboy times Tiny productions. Them dogs are real life killers. Sweet, sweet, sweet dogs to me and my wife. Even amongst the pack, they have a dynamic, but let something shift in that dynamic and they don't like the individual or whatever, right? The individual in that pack. Let something shift to that dynamic and the discipline come. The discipline is coming to a point of they're eliminating that animal. They're eliminating the person or the dog in the pack. They're not just, dealing with it and reconcile. They're not in that reconcile mentality. They're in eliminating mentality. Me cooking up Cowboy to Tiny, I had a vision. I know the drive that's in Tiny. Even though Tiny, right, which is my smallest pit bull, that's why her name is Tiny, she's 35 pounds. Okay, black pit bull bitch with drive. Even though Tiny is she is probably the smartest dog on my yard. I have a lot of smart dogs, but she's probably the smartest dog as far as canine IQ. She's been the smallest dog out of the litter. She's the smallest out of her sisters. She knows how to play her position. She knows that her sisters are extra credit with the rah-rah drive. What I mean by the rah-rah drive, the aggressiveness. Holy Spirit is her sister. Africa is her sister. They overpower her in size. However, she was a victim, Tiny, was a victim of a predatory pack. So much so At what, 4 weeks old, they tried to kill Tiny. My wife saved Tiny's life. My wife did. Shout out to my wife. She saved a lot of dogs' lives. My wife is good at taking care of dogs that have been injured or sick. So shout out to my wife. She saved Tiny's life because she saved her from, the injuries that she took at 4 weeks from her pack. They try to kill that dog. They try to kill Tiny. From that point of my wife saving that dog and then nurturing her and then putting her back in the pack, okay, Tiny has learned how to navigate in that environment to where she doesn't test those girls. She doesn't test the pack. And I keep the girls with the girls, the boys with the boys. She don't test her sisters. She remembered what happened to herself. She don't test her sisters. This is Tiny's mentality. I'm giving you the outlook of Cowboy and Tiny, my whole process, why I did it. So then as she matured, she started to use her brain and how to defeat, I'm going to say defeat, but counter her sister's brute force, right? And then over time, when she's figured out how to get them to not, overpower her, not overtake her when they challenge each other, right? She knows how to submit. She's figured out how to take their energy and calm it down, right? To not want to, take her out. Like she's figured that out because I kept them together even after we put them back. They've been a pack in a sense, even though they have their own kennels, but I let them play together. So long story short, with Tiny, she's never been the aggressor. She's not that type. However, she's so cunning. She's so smart that she gets her way by outsmarting her sisters, right? She'll fight back, but she knows how to submit enough to where her sisters give her a pass. I'm like, damn, you ain't no bitch, Tiny. Even though she's the bitch, but I'm saying like she ain't no bitch. She'll fight back. But she knows when her card is going to get played. So she knows how to play her sister. So I'm like, damn, this bitch is smart as hell. This bitch knows how to play her sister. She'll fight, she'll get in there, but then her sisters get serious. She knows how to turn them down. She does it all the time. She turns their energy down. And then they like, they'll submit her and then she'll submit and then they'll leave her alone. I'm like, oh, you a little smart bitch. You get your little licks in and then you submit when they get you. So I'm like, man, this bitch is smart. And she still got that rah, 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 but she uses it a little differently. So I was like, you know what? I want to take her. I got Cowboy, which is, like I said, he's my bully, but he looks like a pit bull, but he acts like a Bandog. Okay, that's Cowboy. Comes from bully genetics. He looks like a red-nosed pie pit bull, and he acts like a Bandog, which means he's got prey and man drive. He has prey and man drive, but looks like a buff pit bull. Period. That's Cowboy. Anybody who sees Cowboy, you understand who he is. So I'm like, oh, what if I take Cowboy genetics and take it to a smart bitch like Tiny? Because I still want Cowboy's offspring to look like a pit bull, because I like Cowboy's pit bull look, but I like his Bandog mentality. But I want to, not to say Cowboy isn't smart, but I want to put a next level of intelligence still with that pit bull prey drive in there. So who am I going to bring him to? I decided to bring him into Tiny. Boom. Then I get the fucking ringleaders. Excuse my language. The ringleader of that pack, the AR-15 pack. The female, the pit bully, Tiny times Cowboy female, who was the spearhead in trying to kill Red Tiger, who was the spearhead in killing my girl over here that I just lost today. Okay. She's the ringleader. And they all try their best. All them AR-15 bandos try their best to jump that girl. I see them doing it all the time. Because that's who they are. They move like that. They're going to move together. And they've been trying to do it. But see, that girl, she's smart like Tiny. I see it all the time. She's smart, and then she's strong, and she's got that, she got the killer in her too. So not only is she knowing how to maneuver, play defense, but she know how to hit you. You know what I'm saying? She be hitting them. They get her and, try to rough her up, and she's smart. You know what I'm saying? She get one, you know what I mean, maneuver out of another one, somebody bite her here, she get that, you know, she's, man, I see it. I'm just like, man, this bitch is something else. This bitch is something else. So be careful what y'all cook up because you just might get it, y'all. All right. So in closing, when you on your own mission, dog man and dog women, you're on your own mission. And I really encourage all you guys, like I tell my subscribers who watch my videos, I encourage them, do you when it comes to these dogs. Don't be afraid to do you. Be a trendsetter, be a pioneer. I encourage y'all to do that. It's the longer road travel. Yes. It's a harder path. Yes. However, at the end of it is more gratifying. It's more rewarding because guess what? You are the wave when it's all said and done. You become the wave when it's all said and done. You become the monopoly and then you decide to spread it out. But it is hard. And when you become this type of dog man and type of dog woman, right? The pioneer, the trendsetter, you're going to be guaranteed. This is a guaranteed play for all of us who are pioneers. You're going to get spectators, people who like to watch. Spectators turn into haters. Some of them do, not all of them do. Spectators and haters turn into naysayers. These three groups of people, you will be guaranteed to encounter them. This is a guaranteed play. Spectators, haters, and naysayers. Don't be discouraged. This is me telling you this from experience. Be encouraged. And the reason why I say be encouraged is because this is where you're going to get your momentum. This is where you're going to get your fuel. This is where you're going to get your air or wind beneath your wings. These three group of peoples are going to get you that moment. They're going to propel you into the level that you want to be at. I promise you this. I promise you it. Okay. And I've given you examples of what I'm experiencing. I gave you two examples with two of my dogs. One that's not living, one that is currently living and that's working on becoming a legend. AK-47 Chopper. Okay. And because of this, experiencing these people is catapulted me into, it's put me in front of people who would have never even thought that I even existed as a dog man. These three groups of people are helping me grow because they have to commentate on my content. Because that's where everybody's there. Everybody's on my content when it comes to trend setting. Of course, you want to be where everybody's at, right? Of course. So this right here should encourage you dogmen and dog women to create your lane. Don't be afraid to do you and your dogs. Expect people to naysay, tell you, oh no, this ain't no a that, oh no, you can't do that. No, expect that. It's coming for you. Expect when you get the momentum that they're going to hate. They only hate when you have momentum. If you ain't doing nothing that has any type of momentum behind it, you're not going to experience a hater. Why? Why would they hate on you? You don't have nothing to hate on. Okay. So expect that to come when you have momentum. Spectators are there if you put on a good show, right? You put on a good show, people gonna want to see it. Okay, me, I'm not an entertainer, so I'm not here for the showmanship. However, my dogs put on a great show. My dogs do. That's my job as a promoter. My dogs put on a great show. So guess who's coming to see the show? Spectators, man. That's what spectators do. They come to see. They come to see everything. And this is all a part of the dog game when you are in your own lane. If you're following somebody else's lane, you're not the main topic. You're not the main feast. Unless you're doing something that don't make sense, where they're going to knock you and say, no, you ain't doing it right. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's shame on you. You're getting corrected by people who already do what you're trying to do. That's different. Okay. But when you're doing your own thing and they on you, because it's you, you're doing something right, y'all. It's only going to catapult you to levels, because there's multiple levels to this. And then when it becomes common and people respect it, then guess what? Guess who wins now? The naysayers become fans. The haters become fans because now you the wave. You the wave now. They was hating, but guess what? Now the wave is on. Now they partners and they homie, the OG dog, man. They talking about your dogs now. Dog, you seen that news? You know what I mean? You seen that news? Yeah, you know, hey, my partner bought one of those things. Man, that dog is that. Man, my partner's bought. Oh man, that dog is. I don't know. Man, them dogs compared to them other dogs. Whoa, like that's what's gonna happen when they get their hands on your dogs. The right dog man. Not any dog man can have these type of dogs. The right dog men who know how to bring it out of the dogs, right? You got to know how to bring the best out your dogs. That's what a good coach is. That's why I'm the coach. I know how to bring the best out of people. I know how to bring the best out of my dogs. I know how to bring the best out myself. That's why I'm the coach. Same thing with us dogmen. You have to know how to bring the best out of your dogs. Not every dog man or dog woman knows how to do that. You can get a great dog, but you don't know how to work it. You don't know how to bring the best out of it. It's just a mediocre dog. Or are you going to blame the person you bought the dog from? Most people do that. Oh, I bought a dud. Oh, I bought this. You know, most people do that. That's up to them to do that. But if you're a dog man for real, or you're Phil Jackson, or Bill Belichick, or any of these great coaches, you take a raw player with talent and you bring the best out of them. Same thing with a dog. You take a raw dog with the great genetics and you bring it out of them. That's a skill. It's a skill. Not everyone has that skill. I have that skill. I can look in my dog's eyes and they're looking at me like, bring it out of me. My puppies do that to me. My own puppies, grown dogs especially, but my own puppies, they look me in my eyes, wanting me to bring something out of them. They want my attention. They look me in my face. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Thank you for feeding me. Thank you for cleaning out my kennels. Thank you for petting me. But what you want me to do? I see it in my dog's eyes. Not everybody can see that spirit in their dogs. Not every dogman have that type of gift to see a spirit of an animal tell you something. Like, I'll do what you tell me to do, just put the time in. Hey, daddy, I like you. You know, because that's who I am to my dogs. I'm daddy to my dogs, right? That's my kids. Daddy, what do you want from me? I see it in every single one of my dogs, even as a puppy. They look me in my eyes, telling me, what do you want? Now, me as a great coach, right? I have to bring it out of them. I have to have patience with them. I have to work with them. I got to see what they're telling me. I got to see it. I got to see it because they can't talk. I got to see it spiritually. Okay, you're telling me this. Okay, you're telling me that. You're telling me this. Okay. Today I see who AR-15 band, who those AR-15 Bandogs are, and who that pit bully bitch I made off of Cowboy and Tiny is. I see who they are. They're real. Those are predators. Okay. Well, hey, well, my nephew, he told me about those AR-15 Bandogs, two in particular, the two males I have in particular. Okay. He says, Unc, those are man biters. Them two, them two are man biters. I told my nephew, you're putting the energy on them too early, man. They're just puppies, they don't really know you like that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, Unc, those two are man biters. After what I've seen them do to to Red Tiger Jr., and then now killing my fucking bitch, my bitch, they killed my bitch. I believe my nephew. And the reason why he says that is because when he comes, they don't know him. When he comes, they at the fence. These are 5-month-old puppies. They trying to get at my nephew. Serious too. At the fence, biting the fence. They're trying to, like, literally. I'm like, they just don't. I told my nephew, just, and they will over time, because that's how I operate. I don't allow that energy. But I said, just more times you come, we're gonna get your energy, suited to them. They're gonna understand your family, just like Cowboy, because Cowboy used to do him the same way. Now Cowboy tolerates him because he's been around enough. So we're gonna get them acclimated to you. They just don't know you. But in reality, that's natural. They were serious about how they felt about my nephew. Them AR-15 Bandogs. That's in the genetics, though. That's what I'm telling y'all. I'm learning the dogs genetically, naturally, what they are. I didn't remember we talked about agitation and creating attack dogs and guard dogs, right? Having to do that to make a dog be a band dog. No, them puppies are that naturally. They want to protect me. They don't know my nephew, but little puppies want to try to kill my nephew. They would have bit his ass. My nephew was scared. And he's a dog man. My nephew's a dog man. He's like, those two is man biters. Them puppies right there, they're man biters. So, man, in closing, y'all, like I said, I'm passionate about this. Like I said, this subject matter, I'm passionate about, because I take my dogs very seriously. I take my program very seriously. I put in a lot of time, a lot of money. I took a lot of losses. Like I've done. I mean, this is real life, man. In the field, this is real. What I'm telling y'all, and I just don't want future dog men and women who want to do these dogs to be discouraged by these individuals, these groups of people who are going to come at you when you have a wave or when you're starting a wave. I don't want you guys to be discouraged by this, because I'm still climbing to the top of my pinnacle in the dog game. I'm not there yet. I've accomplished a lot, but I'm not there yet. Okay. I'm still in the red, you guys, as a dog business. I've been doing dogs since 05. Okay. Full-fledged business 2018. Okay. Remember, I told y'all, hobbyist 2005. Full-fledged business 2018. Okay. I'm still in the red, you guys. It costs me to do dogs every month. I'm spending money. Regardless if I'm making money or not, I'm spending money on whatever it might be. Dog food, vet bills, dog equipment, kennels, etc. Right? So I'm giving y'all the real. I'm not telling y'all to get y'all excited on dogs. I don't want to do that. I want to tell y'all what it's really going to take, what you're really going to experience when you become a dog man or dog woman, especially when you're dealing with the dogs that we're talking about. We're not talking about show dogs. We're not talking about little bullies here that, don't take a lot of maintenance. We're not talking about dogs like that, small little toy dogs. No, we're talking about real life performance dogs, real life canine athlete type dogs that requires work, requires conditioning, like an athlete, requires authority. That's what we're talking about over here at Bandog Talk with the Dog God. We are different type of dog men and dog women because of the personalities that we're dealing with these driven type dogs, these larger working dogs. It takes a different personality to handle a dog like what I'm talking about. When you're dealing with killers like I'm dealing with, right? Them dogs have to respect your authority. Like as if Phil Jackson is dealing with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Phil ain't Kobe and Phil ain't Michael Jordan, but they respect Phil. When Phil tells them what they don't want to hear, they got to comply, right? Same things with these type of dogs that can kill you. When I discipline a dog like AR-15, he better not ever think about biting me, even though he could. He better bow down and cower, even though that dog is a real killer. He better bow down and show me my respect, even though he don't like the ass whooping that he's getting from me. Real talk. He better not ever think, well, I'm going to bite back because I don't want to get disciplined. No, he better cower down like a bee and take that L and submit. Okay? But that's an energy that I've been giving him since he was born. He gets the love because he knows I love him. But when he messes up, he gets the discipline because he knows I'm not happy with him. And he takes both of them respectfully. See? It takes a different type of personality to deal with these type of dogs. Okay? Your killers got to respect you as a dog man and dog woman. They got to respect your authority. And us who's dealing with these band dogs, I'm going to close out with this. Us who's dealing with these band dogs, these are man stoppers. They're different. I'm mixing different level of performance, prey, man-driven dogs together. It's not just one breed. It's a mix of different breeds that do performance level, driven type level, can kill type level things. I'm cooking that up. These dogs have to have a level of respect or a level of an off switch, understanding in their mind. Because if not, like we talked about, these dogs that we're cooking up can be liabilities. They can be on that list of like the pit bulls, where not only are they fighting and killing other animals, but they're doing that to children and people, maiming kids, and where they get their bad rep from. And we don't want these dogs that not only can maim a person or a child, but can kill a grown man, can decimate a child. We have to be responsible when we're dealing with these dogs. I stress it to you guys all the time. That's why I run a tight ship with my dogs. My pack of dogs, I don't play that. I don't play fighting amongst the pack. I don't play disobeying what I want done. I don't play that. I discipline my dogs. I don't, oh no, oh, don't do that, little Johnny. Oh, little AK, don't stop that. AR, stop that. No, I don't play that. I do my dogs how they do each other. I just don't use my teeth and stuff. 'Cause I'm not biting no dog. You feel what I'm talking? But you understand the energy. The energy is how I deal with my dogs, and they respect it. They respect that. I have never let my puppies put their mouth on me like they bite me. You know how people let it all bite on them and say, oh, look, this put his mouth on me. Oh, but he's not biting hard, man. And my dogs even think about putting their mouth on me. They getting the, three-piece combo. They get a three-piece combo with a Jean-Claude Van Damme freaking kick. Guarantee you they won't do that again. Okay. That's the level of alpha that you have to be when you're dealing with the type of dogs that I deal with that can kill you, that can kill your kid, that can kill, a stranger, that can kill an animal, a large animal and stuff. Like you have to put that energy out there so that they are controlled and know that we don't just do what we're capable of doing because we want to do it, right? Talking to the dogs. Even though I can kill this horse that happens to be the family's horse, and I see it as prey, I know from a little puppy that my daddy or my alpha, which is me, I'm daddy, is not going to tolerate that. So I'm not going to go after that horse, even though I have a desire to do it through my genetics. Because, I don't like that horse. It's big. I want to kill it. Matter of fact, I'm going to kill it. Oh, no, wait. What? Right? We're training the mind, right? Oh, no, I can't kill it because, daddy's going, he gonna discipline me, man. I don't want to be. I love my daddy, but I don't like it when he disciplines me. That's the level of authority that we have to have over these dogs so that they don't become liabilities. So I just had to say that before I close out because I don't want to encourage nobody, you know what I'm saying, to, get into these type of dogs that we talking about, okay, and think that, having these dogs at this level of rah-rahness and drive, doesn't come with consequences if, the dog gets out of hand. I don't want y'all to, I want us to be excited about the drives that we put in these dogs, but, we got to be responsible too, man. Like I said, with AK being bigger, stronger, and faster than any standard game dog. Any facts, no contest. Facts, just off of size. Like I said, you're not putting Mike Tyson in there with undefeated Floyd Mayweather. It don't make no sense. I would not want to trigger that energy in AK's mind to want to go take out anything that he feels is a threat. I don't want that energy in that dog. I didn't buy him for that. I have dogs that already think that way. I needed him for his abilities and his phenotype, genotype. I didn't need him to want to kill everything. See what I'm saying? I got dogs that do that already that I'm trying to tame their minds. Okay. So, these are things that we as dog men have to understand when we're dealing with these dogs. Okay. We have to make sure that we nurture the off switch. We are okay with them being chill, even though, if we want them to do the other thing, they can do the other thing. Okay. But we don't necessarily need them to do that unless you have them in a work capacity. So I want to close out with that. Okay. Because look what I'm dealing with my little puppies. I didn't put that in them damn puppies. I put it into them genetically, but I didn't imprint that in them as far as like letting them do it. You know what I'm saying? You know how people do sometimes with their dogs and let them fight and stuff. They think it's cool. We talked about that too before. I didn't do that with these. I don't allow that. But they killing stuff on their own. On their own. I didn't encourage that one bit. I don't encourage it. I stop it. But they doing that on their own. Okay. And I'm curbing that because I don't want that liability, y'all. Okay. I don't need no more dead dogs on my yard from each other. I don't need my dog to get loose, jump out because they can do it. Right. I told you I got dogs know how to jump out of kennels, jump over 6 foot, 7 foot fence, climb fences, all that stuff. They can get out, dig under, they're smart. And then go over there to my neighbor's house and run hell off of all their stuff. Them, their goats, their cows. Because I live out there and I live in the country. My dogs get out, they're raising hell. Because that's what I bred. I bred them to be able to do it. So I don't want that, y'all. And I encourage y'all not to do that. So anyway, as I close out, let me go ahead and give shout outs, man. Let me give a shout out to everybody again. Dog man, Don, big salute to you again, man. Thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate your consistency. Soul Power, aka Gamed Up. I mean, I appreciate you too, man. Big salute to you, brother. Let's see who else we got up in here, man. Why Wait Kennels, man. I already know, man. Big salute to you, man. Big salute to you. Thank you for showing up again. William Marietta, you already know. Hey, family, your dog is coming. Your dog, hey, man, you got a good one. You got a great one, actually, too, man. Great pick, by the way, man. You got a good one coming to you. She should be to you, on Saturday? So big salute to you, man. Live your life, dogs, man. Big salute to you, too, man. Thank you for showing up again. Eli, much love and respect, Eli. You know what I mean? Thank you for your subscription, too, on the IG. I really appreciate that. And you know what I mean? Like, you have great questions. And hopefully one of these days, man, when you get into a better place where you can have, my type of dogs, man, I hope that you can have one of my dogs too, man, because, you would appreciate it. I know the level of dog, man, you are. So I know you would appreciate it. And Manny, big salute to your family. Hey, I got your dog too, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can close that out too, man. I got your dog waiting on you, brother. But let me go ahead and throw some of these questions in the comments before or that's in the comments. Let me go ahead and throw a couple of them up in here, man. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see who we got. Okay, so Dogman Don said the naysayers are the fuel. I have to concur with that one, man. I have to say, yes, sir. They definitely are the fuel. All of them are too. All three of those groups of people are the fuel for all of us. Because if you're not doing something for them to talk about, and we've heard this before, if you're not doing something for somebody to hate on, then you're not doing something. You're not doing something right. People love or hate what they love. Let's keep it real. So the naysayers are the same way. You know what I mean? They're going to come in and knock you because they haven't thought of it. They weren't bold enough to step out on their own and do their own thing and promote it. Yeah, they definitely are the fuel, man. So you're right about that. Let's see what we got on here. What else that we got going? Who else do we got, man? Oh, yeah, William said he's going to put her to work. Yes. And she built for all of it, too. You know what I mean? Like I tell everyone who gets my dogs, Bill. Well, I tell everybody gets my dogs, man. Take your time with your dog. What I mean by that, you can, interact it and do it because you got other dogs. So that's going to help you out a lot too. But, just love on her. You know what I'm saying? Let her be a pet for that first year. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to see how that, you'll see what that dog can do over time. But just, get in her head, let her love on you. You love on her. You build that rapport, and then everything else is going to just open up like a rose. It's going to blossom. Everything else is going to blossom. I always tell people to do that, and that's very important when you're dealing with dogs like what we're talking about. It's very important for you as the dog owner to love on a dog that can do what these dogs can do. Okay, because that right there is going to nurture the off switch. Lets them be comfortable with being chill. When they're getting on that rah, 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 right? Like, for example, when my dogs get on that rah, 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 when they're puppies, I can break it up by yelling over there. Hey, they'll look up. Oh, it's daddy. And then they'll stop. Or it might take them a little bit of time. I might yell a couple times, hey, 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 hey. Then they'll, kind of break out of they'll break out the energy and look up, then they stop. Because they know me, right? They know the energy that I've been put on them. I don't ain't over there rustling with y'all. I ain't over there making you rah, rah, rah. Right? I'm not doing what I used to do when I was young and in high school, my pit, making them mean and stuff. You know how we used to take our little pits and stuff like that back in the day. I know I used to do it, take it and like shove it in the ground and stuff and make it mad because they can't get up and then it gets all mad. And, remember? I don't know. I used to do that type of stuff. I used to make my dog want to be mean and stuff. You know what I mean? Because that was cool. That was cool. Look at this dog is mean. I don't do that with my dogs anymore. I don't. I just love on them, and it works. It works for me. You know, because I know they can be mean on their own. I see them do it. So the loving part nurtures the on-off switch. So stay on top of that, man. But when you get her, oh, she's ready to work. You know what I'm saying? She's ready to work. Let's see what we got, man. Okay, live your life, dogs. He says, I got a female 1.5 and a male that just turns 1. The male starting to get aggressive with her. Why? Oh no, okay. Let's see. I mean, it could be a variance of a few things, you know. It could be playful, you know what I mean? And you might see it as aggression. Or it could be at that time where they're trying to exert who's dominant. And if they're both competing for that dominant position, it's gonna get extra credit. So being that your male is starting to get aggressive, now he's starting to feel himself. You know, right now, he can produce puppies at a year. So his testosterone is starting to kick up, at a year old. It's not to the max, but you're starting to see that aggression. And I see it in, like, for example, it's in those AR-15 puppies. They're only 5 months, going on 6 months. They're in my Shaka male that I'm keeping, my Shaka and Africa male that I'm keeping. He is, I gotta separate him pretty soon because he's starting he's starting a lot of shit in the arena that I'm in with his pack. He was the first one that tried to fight Red Tiger. Not try to fight him, he did fight Red Tiger. He's the first one. I moved him back with his sisters and a couple other dogs. He's over there, raising hell over there too. So I'm gonna have to put him up. But he's like, what? I think they're like 4.5 months. So to answer your question, I just think at this time, what you're seeing is the male, starting to feel his presence, you know, as a male dog, and he's starting to exert his authority over that female. So that's what I would say it is. You know what I mean? Keep an eye on it though, because it's probably going to get worse. To keep it real with you, it's probably going to get worse. You're probably going to keep them separated. So just watch yourself. Okay, let's see what else we got. Let's see what we got. We got Eli. We got Eli, man, brother Eli. He says, you spin facts. Your comment section be jumping with haters. Yes, sir. When you check out the haters' channel IG pages, their dogs are below average, or they don't even have dogs to view. Facts. That's a fact too, Eli. A lot of them have low standard dogs. A lot of them don't even have dogs on their pages, etc. But like I said, if you check them out too, you will see that they follow me. A lot of them, 90% of them are my followers. So I just let them do what they do. I definitely ain't gonna let them just talk without me coming back with something. You know what I mean? Just let them know that, we standing 10 toes down, and I'm representing my dogs because that's my job as their promoter. You know what I'm saying? I represent. They can't speak for themselves. I speak for them. So I'm always gonna represent them. But yeah, you already know my comment section be jumping with all of them, spectators, haters, and naysayers. They on there, man. But hey, they help they help the algorithm for me, man. They help me grow. Let's see what my brother Manny said. Hey, salute, Manny. Yeah, Manny got him a dog coming too, man. He got him one of those. Hey, Billy, my brother Manny, right? He got one of AK sons. So he's one of the few that has an AK-47 offspring, direct offspring. So he has a son, and he's getting them a female off of the litter that you just got your female off of, which is Shaka in Africa. He's getting one to add for his program too. So, you know, I mean, he getting ready to cook up something great too, and he's getting some good genetics. So he said, "Man, oh man, coach, stop telling the truth. You scaring the haters." I mean, that's all I can give y'all, man. I can give y'all some fabricated information, but why? That's not real. You know what I mean? At least for me, that's not real. You know what I'm saying? I can't play that game like that. I gotta give you the raw and real. So you know them haters don't like that. You know, they don't like the raw and real. They want what's fabricated. They want the half truth, and I can't give you that. I'm gonna give you all of it. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not. So yeah, salute. And then Manny said, he says, everything evolves. He says, why wouldn't you want a better version of what you have? It's okay to be old school, but even old school cars need a few new parts to keep it running. Damn, Manny. And that's a fact too. You know what I'm saying? Those old school cars that you restore, you know, sometimes, you know what I mean, you get that old school shell and you throw that new motor in it. Or, you know what I mean, you get that old school shell with the old school motor and you do the new suspension. You know what I mean? Like, yes. And that's how we should always think about our dogs when you're a breeder. You know, even when you got some great old blood that you produced, that's worked. You should always be like, how can I make this better? Right? So, yes, goes hand in hand with dogs. So, yes, big salute to you, man. Big salute. Okay. And then Manny also said, man, thanks for always keeping it raw and real with us, coach. And I will have to say, thank you guys for all your support. Real talk. Thank you guys for all your support. I'm very, very, very grateful for you guys, man. You know, and like I said, we're in our beginning stages of this Bandog talk. So I'm not expecting a whole bunch of people to be in the lives. You know, this is pioneer. You know what I mean? Like this is where the pioneers are. So it's not something that's new. There's not many Bandog channels out there. You know what I mean? If any. You know what I mean? Maybe a couple of them, but if any. So what we're doing is fresh, is different. And, you know, I expect people to be able to come back to this and listen later on. You know what I mean? But for those of us who show up on these Thursday nights and make time to be in the lives, man, I big salute to you. You know, I thank you guys. I really do. Because like I said, even if there was nobody on the live, y'all, I would still do it for the content, for the information. You know what I mean? I would still do it for you guys to come back to. You know what I mean? So for those of you guys who do make it and, you know, who do interact in the chat and stuff like that, man, make the time. I greatly appreciate you guys. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I really respect everything that you guys, you know, do for me as far as supporting me. You know what I mean? So big ups, much love and respect. Hopefully you guys learned about these three groups of people that you will encounter just like me, right? If you are doing something that they are not doing. And you have a presence in what you're doing too. It's not just doing it right, but then not at a level. You have to do it at a level to encounter these type of people. If you're not doing it at a level, then you know you're not really going to have those people aren't going to want to attack you because you're not at a level. You see what I'm saying? However, if you are moving at a level, and that's what I encourage all of us to do in this dog game, all of us, right? All of you here and all of you who are listening, who are trying to be dog man, do it at a level and watch the spectators, haters, and naysayers show up at your doorstep. And don't be discouraged and don't be in your Whitney about it. Just, you know, represent yourself, okay? Don't lay down, though. Don't lay down. But, you know, don't hit them with the negativity. You just hit them with the facts. That's what the dog I do. I just hit them with the facts. And it kills them every time, y'all. Kills them every time. And what I mean by the facts that I close out, the facts about my dogs. Not your dogs or not nobody else's dogs from the past. I can only hit you about what I have. I can care less about what anybody else's has because that's not has nothing to do with what I got going on. You know what I mean? So don't get in a pissing match with them about dogs. Just talk about what you have and just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving and watch them keep coming and keep sharing your stuff and keep boosting your popularity, because they will. Because I'm still moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm still growing. They still in my comment section. They still follow me. So, hey, I must be doing something right, because you're still watching my shows. You're still at my games. So expect that. You know what I'm saying? So as I close out, big salute to you guys. Come back next Thursday. I'm sure I'm going to have something else cooking up that you guys are going to learn from. You guys are going to enjoy. But like I said, I appreciate you guys. And guess what, man? That's all, folks. I am out.